right, I guess we're live. Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, fine feather friends, welcome to Seguin, Texas, and Smoky Joe Williams Stadium, home of your Seguin River Monsters. About to party on down with the Lake Charles Gumbo Gators. Come on down, it's Thirsty Thursday. If you're thirsty, this is the day you need to be at the ballpark. Go through some starting lineups here, and then we'll just get into the classic T-Texas Tony Turnstile rambling, aimless streams of thought. Gumbo Gators coming to town with this lineup. Landon Hunt, number 7, playing shortstop, leading off. Mr. Hunt, the sophomore, out of Houston, Texas, going to San Jack. Batting a 2-hole. Bryce Jones, the left fielder. Mr. Jones is a junior out of Huntsville, Texas, goes to McNeese State, so he didn't have to go that far this summer. Batting in the 3-hole, Joshua Vaughn. He's playing third base tonight. Mr. Vaughn's a junior out of San Antonio, Texas, goes to Eastfield College. Batting the 4-hole, cleanup for the Gumbo Gators, Aiden Welsh. He'll be playing right field tonight. Let's see there, Mr. Welsh. He's a junior out of Lake Charles, and he goes to Panola Junior College. Batting the 5-hole, the designated hitter tonight, number 1, Austin O'Malley out of Beaumont, Texas, going to Bossier Parish. Batting the 6-hole, playing second base, Gage Trahan. This Trahan's out of Lake Charles, Louisiana, also a McNeese State Cowboy. Batting the 7-hole, playing first base, Prescott Marsh, sophomore out of Baton Rouge, goes to Loyola, New Orleans. Batting the 8-hole, catching nice Seth Fontenot. Mr. Fontenot. Don't have him on the roster. Nope. He's wearing a different number. He must be a new ad. We'll find out more about Mr. Fontenot as we go forward. And then batting in the 9-hole for the Gumbo Gators, you got Kaysen Bellard. He'll be in center field tonight. Kaysen, the freshman, 5'10", out of Lake Charles as well. Goes to University of Louisiana. On the bump tonight, Andrews Acosta, number 99. Let's hope he doesn't throw 99. He's out of Plainfield, New Jersey. Plainfield, New Jersey, goes to Western Oklahoma State College. 6'4", 205. I'm the judge of all heights and weights. Some of those Rougarou dudes, I don't think we're listed heavy. All right. Now for your hometown heroes. The reigning champions who like to start slow as we get through the first half. It's them Seguin River Monsters. Leading off, playing right field, the Pride of Van Alstyne, Laser Beams, Dakota Howard. Batting in the 2-hole, the natural, the nature boy, out of Texas State, designated Rashawn Galloway. Batting in the 3-hole, playing center field, Evan Thorjanner. Goes to UTRGV. Out of San Diego, California, batting in the 4-hole on Palomar College, Patrick Money McClellan. Batting the 3-hole, batting the 5-hole, left fielder, new addition to the Stirs, Maddox McDonald. We'll work on his nickname. Call him Mad Dog. Batting 6, catching tonight, Whit. I will gun you down if you even think about stealing Joyce. He's catching tonight. Batting the 6-hole. Batting in the 7-hole. Playing second base. The Big O. The legend Orlando from El Paso, Texas. Samaniego. UTRGV Vaquero as well. Batting the 8-hole. Also one of our catchers, but he's playing third base tonight. Gabriel gun him down Rodriguez, and batting in the 9-hole, the shortstop, Juan Silk Hands Rivera. On the bump for us tonight, out of St. Edwards, up there in that dirty hippie town of Austin. I kid. The great, the super Q, the big Q, Quentin Estrada, number 30. That's it. Coaches are shaking hands with the umpires right before they dog cuss him for a bad call. That's baseball for you, folks. We'll do some national anthems. Get this party started. All right.
River Monsters. Sitting off the River Monsters, number 24, right fielder from the University of Oklahoma, Dakota Howard. Batting second, number 35, designated hitter from Kansas State University, Sean Yellow. Batting third, number 1, center fielder from UTRGV, Evan Tanner. Batting fourth, number 40, first baseman from Florida College, Patrick Lewis. Batting fifth, number 37, left fielder from Trinity University, Maddox McDonald. Batting sixth, number 3, catcher from UTSA, Win Joyce. Batting seventh, number 16, second baseman from UTRGV, Orlando Samaniego. Batting eighth, number 27, third baseman from Alvin Community College, Gabriel Rodriguez. Fans, please rise now for the playing of the national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming. And against red glare, the bombs bursting in air gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Let's play ball.
All right. That's it. Song gets me every time. I don't think this country's divided. I know it's election year. I don't think it's divided where we think it is.
The entire River Monsters family. Thank you.
Here, that gets me every time. We're in this together, folks. All right. TCL baseball action coming at you. I noticed that this was that same veteran umpire that's saluting. He wasn't as nasty this time. He was locked up. I think he had his hand curled. He needs to tuck his thumb on the salute, though. Simplify. Kill. All right. Got Quentin Estrada, Warman, going to go with the Gumbo Gators. Presently in TCL, we just finished the first half. We're 16-6. That's a 22-game record. 2 of the games were rainouts. Don't make them up because it's an insane schedule. Your only off day is Monday. So these dudes are getting played into the ground, but it's what it's like in the show. It's a nonstop schedule, so you got to rest guys. You got to manage yourself. You got to manage your weight lift and manage your diet. It's a crazy summer if you play all 2 months of it. But Estrada, it looks good. Got different arm angles out of St. Edwards. See if we can get over and turn things around the second half like we did last year. See my cords every which way here. I guess I'm good on that. Other news: Tennessee Volunteers, your national champions, followed by outstanding performance by Texas A&M, and then immediately followed by the Schlossnagle bomb, which I get into odd topics. I get into odd topics between any of this one. You got Tennessee Vols. What else is going around the baseball world? UTSA, mass exodus. I don't know what's going on over there. I don't think very highly of Pat Hallmark, but an outstanding program wherever he's gone, but tons of contributors, as Dan Neerdahl would say, have entered the portal. I mean, All-Americans, Ruger Riojas, dudes that are key pieces in the portal. So all kinds of happenings in college baseball. We'll get to it. But right now, well, I might be high in the audio. We're good right there. Coming up, number 7, Landon Hunt. They say this dog don't hunt. They're not talking about Landon. He's a sophomore. Make sure I get this right, out of Houston, Texas. If you're aficionado of hip-hop music, as I am, Riff Raff Paul Wall, a little flipping Slim Thug just released a song 5 days ago. Yep, these dudes are still doing it. It's hilarious. They got cars swerving down the roads in Houston. It's great. Here's Landon Hunt out of Houston. Takes ball 1 from Quentin Estrada. We are underway at Smokey Joe. Drops down side, pumps it over there. Sterock 1. 1-1 to Mr. Hunt. Gumbo Gators had a far better first half. We're trying to work their way into the TCL playoffs. Different this year with 6 teams in the league. It's the inaugural season of your Gumbo Gators. Nice breaking stuff there from Mr. Estrada, 1-2. And St. Edwards is, I believe, D3, if I'm not mistaken. But there's a pretty good ball player. And fastball chopped, but foul. Anything that bounces on the grass, foul here, don't trust it. You kind of have to play it through. A gopher could pop out and throw it back into fair territory like Caddyshack. It's got some twists and turns to it. Twists and turns to Smokey Joe. Oh! Gets him out in front of that. I don't know if it was a breaking ball, but a whiff. 1 batter, 1 K for Quentin Estrada. This is going to be Bryce Jones. Mr. Jones, listed as an outfielder out of Huntsville, Texas. If I'm not mistaken, that's where they fry people on pro death penalty. Not that you need to know that. I like to work those facts at the broadcast. People are like, I can't believe that guy said that. Well, I did. Some people just got it coming. You know, like Wyatt Earp said, some people just got it coming. But Bryce Jones out of Huntsville goes to McNeese State. So he's McNeese State Cowboy. Estrada head 0-1. Drops down, Sinar pumps in another one. Working ahead is Mr. Estrada. I could be mistaken. I have to look, but I think Sam Houston State's also over there in Huntsville. And that's a good program. I think they made the dance this year. Keep your eye on it. Oh, my goodness, Estrada. He drops down sidearm and then just spins it off the outside of the plate. That's a tall order when you're down 0-2. You're like, what is this? I have to identify this arm angle and then figure out what it is. It looks like it's coming in here somewhere. Let's wave at it. Tall order there. So two Ks for Mr. Estrada. So they don't sleep on D3. St. Edwards. Estrada going to portal to LSU with this kind of stuff. It's nasty. Pumps in a sidearm right over the middle of the plate for ball one. Guess that's low.
Yeah, right.
It definitely wasn't side to side, I don't think, missed. Ooh, breaking ball. That's in. 2-0. I agree with that call. Got our little monitor here. Got the glaze off the grass. It gets blown out, but then that camera adjusts once the sun goes down. Fastball. Fouls it off. 2-1. Prevailing wins at Smoky Joe. Almost always from left to right towards the bark pile Himalayas. If you're into bark piles, you want to see the biggest one in the world, come on up to Seguin. Drops down again and jams it over Samaniego, who gets around it and fires to first. That's a clean bill of health right there for Mr. Estrada. 1, 2, 3. And the Stars are coming on up. Bottom one coming up. Everybody knows T-Tex Turnstile knows I don't really trash talk the other team. I'm rooting for all these kids, all these dudes trying to portal out, get drafted, live their dream, rooting for all of them. But at the very end of the day, I'm a homer for the Seguin River Monsters. That said, I got to tell you, I like the cut of Andrew Acosta's jib. The cut of that man's jib is as such. Full classic stirrups pulled all the way up to the knee, exposing all 3 glorious stripes on the Gumbo Gator stirrups. If that's what Gumbo Gators are issuing, shame on every player for not showing the stripes on the stirrups. On top of that, he's got an excellent salad flow on top of his head, bursting outside of his cap, and then he went with number 99. Oh. That's all I'll say about Andrews Acosta. I was telling folks in here, I was like, that dude's just a baseball card right there. I hope we rock him. Because I want to win, but cut of his jib is stellar, to say the least. Dakota Howard holds up. First pitch is high. Howard outstanding in the leadoff role. Plays all over the outfield. Gets under that one. Calling for it's Mr. Hunt, and he makes the catch. 1 down. So, quick 2 pitches. Work the count, can you? Well, Sean Galloway, absolute revelation. You get a chance to see this young man play. Finds the barrel. A lot of great things you can say about Rashawn Galloway, but man, his hand-eye and his power, his pop, man. Rashawn Galloway finds the barrel. 1-0, ball's up. Galloway, excellent discipline at the plate, I found. There's a big breaking ball. Say that also missed up. 2-0 hitters count for Mr. Galloway. Sean hails from Bernie Ticks. He swings through that one, 2-1. Bernie is a fine town. If you've ever been up there, a lot of dollars up there. Goodness gracious. Check out Bernie's stuff on Zillow. Unreal. It's like horse farms or something up there. It's crazy. 2-1. That's up. 3-1 hitters count for Mr. Galloway. But I would expect the great people of the city of Bernie are going to elect Mr. Galloway their next mayor, as they should. So here's Acosta out of the wide, pumps it in their outside corner. That's a good 3-1 take. You know what you want. The count goes full. Big breaking ball. Hangs it. Galloway gets extended. And just out in front, had to reach for it enough. And you took away Rashawn Galloway's full manpower. Dude has total. I mean, he got fooled. He was out in front of the 3-2 breaking ball. And again, my rule, sit breaking ball 3-2 in TCL. And he still goes warning track. So F7 out to left. 2 down. That's Bryce Jones out there on the catch. It's going to be Evan Thor Janner, who went Yahtzee on the road trip. Got himself a TCL dinger. I'll look for many more in the second half. Janner's got a lot of tools. Janner, new Brothels guy. Tony Perez did a good job recruiting guys from around here. Represent. Janner, an exceptionally fast runner for a big dude. Covers a lot of ground. Swings through that as Acosta pulls the string. 2-0. Mr. Acosta out of New Jersey. They teach you how to wear stirrups like that in New Jersey? He's just setting the example for the Gumbo Gators. He's just going change-up after change-up to Mr. Janner. Just pulling the string. Just a nasty pitch. Shaking. He's shaking. Shaking again. Once they shake 4 times as a batter, I'm like, dude, you ain't got that many pitches. What's going on back here? 2-2. He's going to come to him. And he goes with another off-speed pitch, and it's outside. Count goes full. Honestly, after the 4th shake, I just assume it's a fastball. I'm usually wrong, but my brain can't do the math. Like, dude, I was like, okay, I had you on curveball. And you shook that. You shook slider, shook change. It's a fastball. I don't know. Full. And that's low. So Janner works a walk. Threat to steal. 2 outs. Which means we may get a look at the firearm of Seth Fontenot, the Gumbo Gators. I think if we're going to steal, just steal first pitch. I know sometimes you like wait around, but like a lot of times they don't pitch out on the first pitch. So Costa's going to check on him. But I was like, I think you got to have, with 2 outs, you got to have Janner on second. He's got the speed to justify it. You're going to put him in motion. Just right off the bat, put him in motion. See? Wasn't a pitch up. The fastball wasn't a pitch up. So 0-1 to McClellan. Because now it's like, okay, now we're putting in steal signs. We'll let him see a pitch, but just get him. There he goes. So real high pitch. Pretty good job just to corral the pitch there from Fontenot because he had to jump out of his crouch, but he was really reaching to the glove side, to the arm side. So Janner, sometimes I predict stuff right, people. Stolen base. And now you got 2-out RBI situation for Mr. McClellan. Tell you what, the TCL also has huge holes on the right side. Second basemen are always creeping to hold. And Janner's going to go. I'm a mixed bag. I'm not a mixed bag. I'm pretty consistent on not making the third out at third base. I just say that. I don't know if that's still getting taught anymore. The one thing you're added to the mix is a wild pitch or pass ball. You're going to score on that. I get that. But it's 2 outs. So on contact, you're already bolting. So it's like single. It's like a single with being on third with 1 out. Like you're going. So is it worth the risk? Slightly harder base to steal if you don't get the jump. But Janner, what's going on the last pitch? 1-2. Big breaking ball. McClellan drives it. They're waving him. And he can run. There's going to be a play at the plate, and he's dead to rights. I eat my words. Big time. Yeah. I don't really have a problem with that. I'll tell you why. I think he kind of froze on it being a line. I don't know if he was off on it. McClellan, single. It's early in the game, 1. You got to make him. I don't know. It was a big base runner. I was like, make him make the throw. If you gun me, you gun me, but you can't be offline, and you can't have anything go wrong. So what you got to give credit to right there is Mr. Bryce Jones on the outfield assist who went full airmail. Didn't even bounce it. It was pretty shallow when he got it, so not that hard of a throw. Janner didn't get the best off the bat jump, but from Kelby Coburn's perspective, you are running them into the outs if they make the perfect throw, which they did. So gambled and lost, but who knows what would happen with the last batter. And then you're like, that's your chance to score a run. So thrown out at the plate for out number 3, single for McClellan. And we go to the top of 2. Stick around. Debate in the dugout. Do you send him? Do you not? We're split up here. Both answers are right, really. Technically, sending him was wrong, according to. So don't listen to Turnstile. Sending him was wrong because he's out, but who knows what happens with the next batter. All right. Aiden Welsh, your Gumbo Gator batter, squares to bunt. Aiden Welsh. Dragon bunt. Let's look at Mr. Welsh here. Aiden Welsh Jr. out of Lake Charles. So he wakes up, has some cereal at his house, and gets on over to McNeese State, play some baseball. Going to Panola, JC. Junior college, where you at? Sky, this can be playable by the first base. McClellan called for it, 1 down. Got in on the hands at Estrada. Just fooling people's Estrada. F3-1 down. Most of America's preeminent scientists, like myself, do some JUCO time until we can play some baseball. That's how that works. It's baseball factories. This is designated hitter Austin O'Malley. 6'3", 210. I'll give him that. I'll give him 205. I'll give him 200. Ooh, in on him. I like that he didn't jump out of the way. Out of Beaumont, goes to BPCC. These days, I'm just going to have to go to Bossier Parish because I like saying it so much. Estrada. Mixing and matching, changing angles. Right over the top there with that one. Nasty. 1-1. So you got to contend with that. He dives that one away from O'Malley. Then he's going to drop down. Is he going to run it back in on you? Big breaking ball for strike 2. And here's the thing. Here's the science of Estrada. So as a hitter, you're taught to kind of like look for the box over the shoulder because you really want to pick up a release point as soon as you can. So like I like Estrada, you're trying to pick it up and you don't pick it up until the last second. And if you're looking for spin, it makes it difficult if the guy has control like Estrada is showing. Because on the flip side of it, the difficulty for the pitcher is that feel, that arm slot feel. Do you have control of moving your arm slot all over the place? But Estrada's been outstanding. 1-2 ahead again. Drops down sidearm and gets O'Malley reaching. Bounced over to third. On with it is Gabriel Rodriguez. Nice play. 5-3. These fundamental ground balls. We got to make these plays. Gabriel Estrada. My goodness. This is going to be Gage Trahan, second baseman.
Now batting number 28, second baseman, Gage Trahan.
I'd like to thank the Gumbo Gators for having, hopefully, jinxing, pretty well pronounceable names. King Cutters. Killing me this year. Outside corner, but it's off. 1-0. Gage Trahan. Also Lake Charles. McNeese State Cowboy. What's Cam's name? I played with a JUCO guy. He got a ride to McNeese State. That was back in the old days. Actually, no. Gabe Memmer, Washington boy. He ended up in McNeese State. He went to like Everett Community College, drafted by the Indians. Ended up at Lassen. And then he went to McNeese. Where we are, Gabe Memmer. Gabe Memmer and I drove in a Honda CRX from Seattle. I'm talking about a McNeese State Cowboy alum ball player by the way now. It's 3-0 to Trahan. And walks him on 4 pitches, so the perfect game is over. Excuse me. But the no-no's still intact. 2 innings. Yeah, so McNeese State Cowboy circa, would have been 94, 95, 96, 97. Yeah, 97 season. 94, 95, 95, 96. So, yeah, 96, 97 baseball season. Gabe Memmer, McNeese State Cowboy. This is Prescott Marsh, first baseman. Mr. Marsh out of Baton Rouge. We're the outside corner by Estrada, strike 1. But me and Gabe Memmer played summer wood bat league up in the NCBL for the Schenectady Mohawks, who lived in Albany. We drove from flipping Seattle to Albany in a Honda CRX in like 3 days. Pick move. Getting dirty is Trahan. But he had an uncle in Minneapolis and we had no money. So he's like, we'll just go all the way from Seattle to Minneapolis. It's like 21 hours. Don't forget that drive. Pick move. Pretty close. Closer. Sometimes they get closer and closer. I don't know if Trahan's leaning or not. Yeah, we made to Minneapolis, and then our next stop was Cleveland. We're like 19 or something. We want to see a game at Jacobs Field. Fastball is up 1-1 to Marsh. Estrada keeping an eye on Gage Trahan. If Trahan can run, it's the same logic you'd have with putting Janner in motion. It's a 2-out situation. You just want him in scoring position. Take away the force, so anything in the hole, they have to go all the way across the field. There's the pick move. Trahan's getting back comfortably. I don't know if he's leaning or not. But we did. We stayed in a hotel downtown Cleveland that had about 4-inch thick glass through which you had to pay. It was a bad hotel. But we did see an Indians game. I'm sorry, they're the Guardians now. It's not PC, but that's what they were back then. And then we made our way over to Albany, checked in, played some Summerwood Bat League, just like these guys for the Schenectady Mohawks. Played a lot of Sega, Tiger Woods golf, and ate a lot of ice pops. 2-1. Drops down, tails it back in. Nasty pitch to Marsh. Counts 2-2. If you're Marsh, that's just because he's dropping down on the side. So the seam run, if he's holding it 4 seams across, is just running back in on his hands. So 2-2. That was an automatic run. Ooh, he lines it the other way, and it's off the glove of a leaping McClellan. So easy first to third with runners in motion. I don't know if they still do that at Ole Miss. They probably can't be that consistent with it, but all the Ole Miss guys on our teams, like if it's 2-2, you just automatically go. We don't even care if you can run, because it's either going to be a hit, ball 3, or you're going to get thrown at second, and the batter's going to get a new count at the beginning of the inning. So just go. I don't know why they did that, but we did it all summer. So Marsh with a single. Trahan goes to third. First and third. This is going to be the catcher, Seth Fontenot. I don't have him on my. Oh, there he is. Catcher. He's wearing a different number. Or is he not? Bounced over to Gabriel Rodriguez. Going to take it, go across the big cannon, and he gets him. Nice third base play from Gabriel Rodriguez. And the Stirs work out of it. Strand 2. And we go to the bottom of the second.
10,000 feet. Gotta fly. Get me a ticket. I wanna feel the heat. Fly over the ocean. I take you along. Move like a rocket man. I live in motion. We land in New York City. 'Cause I love the way she moves. Gotta hold on tight all through the night. Get on to the aeroplane. That's right. I'm gonna let you go it along. Bring me home some fun. I travel light and I don't bite. Fly over the Atlantic. Take off to a new city. Somewhere got history. Somewhere real pretty. We're cruising in London, yeah. And I love the way she moves. Gotta hold on tight all through the night. Get on to the aeroplane.
Make it onto the aeroplane.
All right.
The aeroplane.
Here we go now.
Make it onto the aeroplane.
Break it down for me.
Get onto the aeroplane.
Woo-hoo.
Make it onto the aeroplane.
That's right.
Get onto the aeroplane.
Come on.
All right, folks. Stirs at the bottom of the second. Coming up, the Mad Dog himself, Maddox McDonald.
Now batting, number 37, left fielder from Trinity
Maddox
University,
McDonald.
Maddox McDonald.
San Antonio, Texas goes to Trinity University. Let me tell you about Trinity. One of my absolute favorite places to watch a ball game. Bike down there. It's right in the heart of San Antonio. The tiny little grandstand, 6 rows or whatever. It's surrounded by trees right in the middle of campus. Gorgeous. Good baseball. Trinity won the national championship, I don't know, not that long ago. Less than 10 years ago, I think. They've had some dudes. That's good baseball. But, man, great game. Great place to catch a game. They're in the same division. They lock horns with the likes of TLU and all that sort of thing. A big breaking ball from Mr. Acosta. But Mr. McDonald out of San Antonio, staying right there at Trinity. That's a good school. And another thing, our little DIY broadcast that I'm piecing together with my what's that? Hair to the wind. My wild bounce down the line of third. That's going to be a tough play by the third baseman to throw all the way across by Joshua Vaughn. Backhanding it right on the line. Good throw as well. So robs Maddox McDonald of a hit, really. One down. What's up, bud?
One of the people gave us $5.
Nice.
For a check.
Oh, that's a good shot right there. Got the hack there by Whit Joyce. Got the 7-year-old Roman Stanza Smokey Joe with a Polaroid. So I do childcare. He sells these things. $3 a pop, but people are tippers, so he gets $5 for these things. Polaroid film is expensive. Boarding on outrageous. Whit Joyce out of Lytle, Texas, goes to UTSA and goes down. As Costa gets him to whiff. First K for Acosta. Orlando Samaniego, UTRGV, Vaquero. Speaking of which, their latest addition, the great Austin Strassner, is now a Vaquero. We got every time I see their facilities down there, I was like, dude, I gotta go. They got some nice facilities. UTRGV. Samaniego starting out 2-0 from Acosta. Don't chase. Bounces ball 3, and since it goes to the backstop, start doing our hellos and shout outs. First off, hello to Rayanne and Ken Richborg. Caroline Richborg is the absolute best social media person you ever had. We had 2 years in Seguin. We got Caroline. And that's ball 4 to Samaniego. So hello to Rayanne and Ken. And if you're out there, Alex Blake, hope you're feeling better, buddy. Buddy mine said he was going to tune in, maybe. So Samaniego on with 2 outs. My pencil gives out. Half the time I keep book with a pen. Mechanical pencils are just the fragility of the lead. These pencils. Class action lawsuit for all people who use these pencils. The time wasted. All right, strike 1 to Mr. Rodriguez. This pencil's just giving out. It's time to go ballpoint. Acosta, runner bluffs, and then they gets the back pick throw. Does Samaniego. Like it. As long as you get back safely, bluff all you want. Get them throwing the ball around. 1-1. Gabriel Rodriguez playing outstanding third base tonight. And Samaniego not bluffing this time. And I don't know if that was a hit and run, but he was running and looking in for a good 4 steps. And he gets gunned down by Fontenot. So maybe missed hit and run there. Not sure. As it is, caught stealing for Samaniego. And we go We're going to go to the top of 3, but not without other shout-outs. Thanks to Tommy Kristen Stevens, the straws that stir the drink, the greatest GM in the world, Scott Berry, Mason Lusk on PA, the world's preeminent baseball DIY television producer and director, Louis Solis, Caroline Richburg on social media, knocking it out of the park. All the River Monster families out there supporting. The Godfather's in the house tonight. What a treat. Come on down to Smokey Joe. Also, the land down under. I hope he's listening to Men at Work nonstop. Dutch Chattahoochee. Thanks to our sponsors, ME Plumbing, CMC Steel, Boss's Pizza, and so many more. Take a break.
Alrighty, the final 2. Let's see who the winner will be tonight.
All right. Let's get going. This is going to be Kasem. Make sure I'm getting it right here. Kason Bellard. Pitcher utility means he can do it all. When you're utility, you play everywhere. Just like Jose Oquendo. Breaking ball is in. Ball 1 to Kason on the top of 3. College World Series outstanding with the max length. Flash photography is allowed if you're my son and you're selling Polaroids. Doesn't care who he distracts. Someday somebody's going to miss a fly ball because he's snapping Polaroids, but until then. 2-0 now. Estrada drops down, tails in. About 100 degrees today. Nice, cool Texas day. Pumps that over. D-Rock 1. Got shadows getting long here at Smokey Joe. Maybe a couple of degrees dropping off in somewhere in the 90s. Ooh. So Estrada comes all the way back to full on Mr. Bellard. Goes to the University of Louisiana. He's also Lake Charles. Oh, Estrada drops down, bounces it over to Juan Rivera. He's going to have to hustle as he waited on the big hop. Wait on these big hops. And take the best fastball you got. You got to go E6. It's going to be an out, I think. Just a bounce ball to short. But it's tough to charge because it's almost going to be over his head. He had to jump for it. I don't know how I should play that. So, Bellard on first.
Shortstop number 7.
It'll be Landon Hunt out of Houston, Texas. I don't know if he knows Paul Wall, but that would be cool. Bounced over, so on to first with it's Juan Rivera, the 6-3, but Bellard moves up, and the throw got away. That's why Bellard was at second. So big hop, then he had to gun it over there and it gets away and it's a no man's land out of play. So automatic base for Bellard. Now he's at third with one down. Can we strand him? This is the left fielder, Bryce Jones, with the outfield assist on Janner. The press booth is split on what's the right move there. Make the throw. Early in the game, I say infield is now in, by the way, on Mr. Jones, and it's bounced over. That worked out quite well. So that saved a run. Tony Perez on the 6-3 again. 2 down now. Because if they're back, you're walking home on a bouncing ball like that. So the infield in, Rivera does well. It's a double and triple check Case and Bellard and keep him at third. Now we got 2 down, and it's Josh Vaughn. Vaughn with a nice backhand play.
Now batting third baseman number 2, Joshua Vaughn.
Estrada. Oh, he flares it into right. We're going to make the catch. Oh, the shoestring catch from Dakota Howard hustling in. 2/3 of the earth is covered by water. The rest is covered by Dakota Howard, we say. Stolen quote. Referring to Gary Maddox, but it's a great quote for outfielders that got range. Let me tell you what. And that does it. We strand one. We'll take a break. All right. I'll tell you something on Polaroid film, ladies and gentlemen. Honestly, the black and white ones look better than the color. Say hellos up to Big Timber, Montana. Mabel Blake, legendary Alex Blake, my Ford Observer. That was such a dominant fire support team leader for Kilo Company. Marine Corps brethren rolls deep. Alex, what you doing up there, buddy? Hope you and Mabel are doing good tonight. Leading on for the Stirs, Gabriel Rodriguez is going to get a new count because Salmon Diego got cut down on what I believe might have been a missed hit and run. He was just gazing in at the plate as he was stealing. 1-1 now to Mr. Rodriguez. Costa still on the mound with his stirrups that may have been delivered by an angel from heaven. This does get any better than that. Find me a stirrup game better than Acosta, and I'll give you all the gold in the world because you can't. Fouled into the city of Seguin parking lot. 1-2. The Schlossnagel thing's a mind blower. That's something we can get into, but there's layers to it. Because I don't know Schlossnagel. Most of us don't know Schlossnagel. Curveball's up high. The Schlossnagel thing is somewhere between absolutely the just doggone dirtiest thing that you could fathom. Just a head exploder. Trying to comprehend it. 2-2 now to Rodriguez. Up and in. My goodness, right by his face. He didn't even flinch. So Costa goes full to Rodriguez. It's somewhere between you can't even believe that he pulled that move the way he pulled it. And then other people's like, hey, dude, if you got offered a job, like double the pay, you know, you do the same thing, like the real world or whatever. But that begs the question. We have to talk about the entire point of athletic competition and gladiators in the ring. Because it's not just a job. Rivalries matter. They have to matter. So Rodriguez draws the walk. This is going to be Juan Rivera, the shortstop. Fontenot tries to frame it. Doesn't get it. It's 1-0. But definitely the talk of the baseball world is the Schlossnagle move from A&M to the arch rival, University of Texas Longhorns. Unbelievable. Caught everybody by surprise because you couldn't believe somebody would do it or do it in that time frame. Less than 24 hours after the final game, and in which he was asked at the press conference about it. And by all accounts, did not give the most accurate answer or the best answer he probably could have. It's okay to say no comment. Or, you know what you do? You ever talk to your spouse or other half and you just ignore it? They're like, hey, we gotta get the trash out. And then you just start talking about it. It's like, yeah, actually, are you going to take the trash out? So we need to clean the windows. You just go a completely different lane. 3-0 now, and that misses. So Rivera and Rodriguez, 2 walks, nobody out. Stirs are starting to cook. Like if you got asked a question like, what about this particular job opening, Mr. Schlossnagle? It'd be like that Saturday Night Live sketch. He's like, oh, you asked about the players and their fire? I thought they played outstanding. Just dodge that thing. If you know the answer to that question, you dodge that thing. You don't even, you just go another direction. Drilled into the gap. Oh, Dakota Howard loads it up. And jumping on the first pitch. Oh, this is this inning. I got this all going in the wrong inning. Bases juice, nobody down. Stirs. Cooking. So 2 walks and a oppo single, and you got bases juiced for the nature boy, Rashawn Galloway. If you're talking about recipes and cooking, this is my favorite one. Bases loaded with Rashawn Galloway. Acosta misses. Acosta was pitching very well, but this inning, control certainly an issue. 1-0. Don't want to get behind on Galloway where you got to feed him something. He almost reached on a breaking ball and got one out of the yard. Bounces away. Thought about it, did Rodriguez, but didn't get the proper immediate read. Not worth it to run into an out when you're on third with nobody out. So conservative, correct base running. And it's 2-0. So let's put a pause button because I have some philosophies on the Schlossnagle move. I don't want to put a pause because we're in this primetime TCL right now. Acosta stirrups facing the nature boy. And he bounces it. So Acosta had the feel, and this inning on the verge of walking 3 and walking in a run. I mean, you cut Galloway loose. The difference between ball 4 and maybe a grand slam because he can get it. So he does. Costa runs a fastball on the inside part, 3-1. Galloway 2 bombs on the year in TCL. And that's going to miss. So they do. Walk in Rodriguez and the Stirs. Can't really say strike first. We tally first. Everybody moves up. Bases juiced again. Nobody down. Meeting on the mound. You get the number on this coach here. talk to one of these guys. This is 35. This is Barry Manuel, the pitching coach. the pitching coach meetings in these scenarios where people are walking a lot, very limited. It's usually throw strikes with maybe an F word adjective in there. All right. But other pitching coaches would be like, I don't know. I mean, maybe Barry Manuel's up there. It's like, dude, you're not staying closed or whatever. You're flying open. See mechanical stuff. You go and hook a guy up. Other than that, you just berate them for not throwing strikes, which is effective. Challenge their manhood, get in their face, throw strikes, poke them in the chest. I don't know. That's why I'm not a coach. I don't know, dude. All right. So the slosh thing is maybe the most. Oh, they're going to change pitchers right now. So close the book on Andrews Acosta, who started out dealing, and then here in the third, just a bout of control issues. And they're going to go to, oh, doggone it. This is one of the Gumbo Gators names that I'm butchering. CJ Sturiali. It's either CJ Sturiali or CJ Sturial. I'm going to go with Sturial. I'm not going to do that E. But you put a CJ Sturial. He's out of Zachary, Louisiana. And it looks like he's in the portal. So all the runners on. Get some little background music here. All the runners on. Was it an injury? That's what they're saying. It's like an injury. Okay, so here's what happened. That meeting on the mound, usually when the ump goes out to break it up, it gets broken up and you go back to the dugout or you change pitchers. But hoping Andrews Acosta is okay because they came out and talked about it. Ump goes to break it up. It's like, no, there's something wrong here. He pulled something or something's off. So we need to get in somebody now and take this guy out before he hurts himself further. So injury change, and that's why Sturial is like warming up off the mound and trying to get his arm loose, doing these crow hop things. But here's what I'm saying on Schlossman. Don't know Schlossman. There's no possible way you decided to make a life change in 16 hours of that magnitude, and there's no way, even if the Texas AD came and says make this life change decision in 16 hours right now by leaving the team you just went to the national championship for, it's our arch rival. Don't think about it too long. Make that decision right now. There's no possible that happened, nor the fact that he goes, let me call all my assistant coaches and have them make that life change as well. That's crazy town. So there was certainly discussions at some point pre-College World Series, I'd have to believe, which is scary for A&M if this guy's, I mean, his head is at least some percentage, if you're looking at a pie chart, some percentage of that head knows of the UT deal. So that combined with less than perfect answer, and honestly, I'm saying if you're going A&M to UT, you got to go coach at like Cal Poly or go to Long Beach for a couple weeks. You can't go back to back, and you can't do it in that time frame. It's the craziest thing I've ever seen. That said, people will be like, what are you talking about? You know, it's a job. You're paying more. You're going to do what's best for your family. Everybody here, if you got a better paying job, you're like, I'm going to make the best decision for my family. No questions asked. Everybody's doing that. But why do we compete? Why are we here? Why do we play sports? This is a fun game. This is a child's game. This is a child's game. We're just doing this for fun. You're doing it to challenge yourself, to see if you can compete against another person mano-a-mano in whatever that event has to be, whether it's football, bowling, whatever. Not a gimme, not recreational. It's win or lose, challenge yourself. So I don't think team sports and all sports have some sort of Yeah, that's what I was saying. Okay, yeah. So they're saying blister was the injury. I knew it was an injury change. But our sports count for anything. Because in the big picture, I mean, there's dudes in camo fatigues with an M4, government center and Ramadi could care less about coaching changes. They're like big whoop. We all know there's bigger deals in the world, life and death situations, like baseball coaching changes. That's the reality. But the point of it is we'll get back to the game here. Base is juice. I'll finish that thought in a second. This is Thor. Ooh, good hack by Janner. TRGV, man, they got some dudes. We had Adrian Torres last year, and man, he was a stud. That's just some dudes. So 101, CJ Sturrial on short notice called up to the blister on Andrews Acosta. And that'll definitely cause some control issues. So breaking ball misses up high. Sturrial lefty. Lefty for Janner. I have my own philosophies on hitting lefties. First AB, I was just sitting curveball. It's like I want to hit your curveball so you give me more fastballs later. It's true, and that's why I would have swung through that just like Janner. So 2-2. Fastball ties him up a little bit. Don't listen to me, Evan Janner. I'm not a good source. So 2-2. Still nobody out. Bases pack jammed and jam-packed. So Sturrial misses outside. Count is full to Evan Thor Janner. Ooh, in on his hands. Janner does well to spoil that pitch. We'll do it again. Check the bat. You ever see dude tap at his bat because you think he might have fractured it or broke it. Wood bats are one of the costs of summer baseball. And transportation fouled. I think that's going to get out of play. So we'll do it again. But a lot of times there aren't enough wood bats to go around. We had a dude, Valentino Pascucci. You can look him up. I think he played for the Italian national team with a name like Valentino Pascucci. Went to Oklahoma. He broke so many bats. He must have broke 20 bats in the summer. Other dudes would go through like 2. As Janner works the walk, Stirs get another one. But if you had a good bat, you'd wait till it broke good. I had one like a little sliver break in the hand. I was like, I'm going to keep hitting with this thing. I like its barrel. Oh, whoop. I'm messing up. So Janner.
Now batting first baseman number 40 from Oliver College, Patrick McClellan.
So here's McClellan. So that run charged to Acosta. Sturrial starts off. McClellan with strike 1. You can hit with a broken bat. It's only broken a little bit. You can't put a wood screw in it, but you can put a wood screw in it and take BP with it. Oh, back pick. Almost threw it away. Fontenot, good idea. Trying to catch Janner sleeping. But Janner harnesses lightning and thunder. So he is from a mythical land. And he gets back safely. 0-2 now. And that ball is up as Sturrial reaches back for some extra mustard on the heater. 1-2. Mr. Sturrial out of Denham Springs, Louisiana. I've said before, if you've not gone to Denham Springs, you need to. Oh, breaking ball, but he bounces it through the hole the other way, and that's going to score Howard. And RBI single, McClellan. Great piece of hitting on a pretty hard breaking ball. He hit it hard. Burner right through the hole. So Stir's up to 3. That works because I made a mistake in my book. I was scribbling in. Now my book's right anyway because he got driven in.
Now batting left fielder number 37 from Trinity University, Mattis McDonald.
Trinity Tiger himself. That's what I was saying about Trinity. Trinity has an awesome broadcast. Outstanding stream for their baseball. Bounce. That's going to score another one. Galloway's on his horse. And Galloway scores. Stirs. Woo. This is what I'm talking about. Start the second half like this. Everybody moves up. And hitters count for the Mad Dog, Maddox McDonald. I gotta come up with something better than Mad Dog. I need to work on him. Can't be mad either, you know? Ooh. In on the handle and just foul for strike 1. Maddox McDonald. Honestly, the great, and Alex will know this. I get it 1-1 here. Esturial. Roped. Stirs coming alive. Just barreling everything. RBI single from Maddox McDonald. And Thor scores. 5 runs in. That's an RBI from McDonald. The great Frank Monterisi. His son's name's Maddox. I think it was after a Roman general, if I'm not mistaken. If you like Roman generals, maybe look at some Carthaginian generals. Check out Hannibal. Go down on a Hannibal trail. This is Whit Joyce, first and third, still nobody out. Nightmare inning going for the Gumbo Gators. And I can call it that because we've had too many of them on our side of it. And everything turned up Millhouse. The Seguin River Monsters right now. Fastball up and away from Sturial. 1-0 to Whit Joyce. I mean, nobody out. 5 runs in, and you're first and third. And we can't take our foot off the gas pedal because we know we've been on the other side of this. Healthy cut from Whit Joyce there. Joyce, an outstanding receiver. UTSA's been a story. So many guys leaving. I don't think anybody saw that coming. The amount of people entering the portal. And bounces it. Going on the read. Maddox McDonald. That was not a steal. That was a read on the pass ball, and that was perfection. He didn't break after the block. He was breaking on angle. I think he started stepping just as that ball was like hitting the dirt. Outstanding dirt ball read, Maddox McDonald. You've been trained properly on how to read angle out of the pitcher's hand. Love to see it. The little things of baseball. So Maddox McDonald moves up because there's 2 ways to do it. The wrong way is wait until it hits the dirt, see where the catcher blocks it. If it squirts far enough away, now you've made your decision, I'm going to run. Lassen Community College, you watch the pitcher, you can see fairly well the ball out of his hand. If it's nose diving on a really harsh angle, that's a dirt ball. You go when that thing's in the air because you know it's in the dirt. Read angle, they say. 2-2, still nobody down. Whit Joyce. Stirs are barreling everything up. So full count. The Gumbo Gators had to change Acosta early due to a blister, but Stirs have taken advantage with some big hits right here, and that's fouled off. So full count going to Whit Joyce. Somebody double check the Roman general named Maddox. And if that Roman general could read balls in the dirt as good as Maddox McDonald, I doubt it. Dirt ball. So Gumbo Gators, I know where you're at. These are the innings where I go out and I take, if we're on the other side of it, because this happened to us, I take an axe handle and I go out and I beat on my Toyota Sienna minivan in between the innings to let out frustration. But right now, everything's going our way. His bases juice, still nobody down. And Orlando Samaniego, the Prime Minister of El Paso. Usually call people the king. We go Prime Minister this time. He's an elected by Parliament. Fine town, El Paso. Fine town. So I don't know why UTEP doesn't have a baseball team. That's a head scratcher. 0-1. Flared out. That might drop. Stirs. Just can't stop. Cannot stop. So Samaniego. It's just single RBI. So McClellan scores. This is one for the ages here, folks. I mean, 6 runs in, bases juiced, nobody out. Single RBI. Unbelievable. This is going to be Gabriel Rodriguez, and he led off this inning with a base on balls. I went for almonds. One. I'm just nervous. I didn't go to broadcast school. Apologies. Oh, shot the other way. Glove. They're going to do the force to play. He throws it away. Oh, my goodness. So gloved by Prescott Marsh, but he kind of drops down on the throw and throws it wide. Had McDonald dead to rights on the force. And it just keeps getting worse for the Gumbo Gators and keeps getting better for us. My goodness gracious. Gabriel Rodriguez on the E3. He's on first. Out comes the pitching coach, Barry Manuel, number 35. They're going to talk it over. And this inning is a train that has derailed for the Gumbo Gators, and for us, is a spaceship that is launched into outer space with fireworks and sparkling lights flying behind it, possibly a rainbow. So this will be Juan Rivera with the bases juiced, and definitely the Stir's biggest inning of the year that I can recall. Some of it based on balls, but Stirs are just hitting. Look at 1, 2, 3. Samaniego's. Maddox's was a hit. Outside. 1-0. 4 hits, I think, in this inning. So what you got this four hits this inning? That's what flared out in no man's land, making the catch. It's a center fielder. That's Kaysen Ballard, the freshman. So like getting out on the Rivera fly ball. 1 down, bases still juiced. Howard singled. Singled and scored. Did a nice job on Acosta, or maybe it was a Sturry out breaking ball. I think at that point it was Sturry out. So fastball's up. 1-0. Checked. They're going to say did. 1-1. Breaking ball, strike 2. Sturrill bends it right in there. So the Sturs hoping to add on more. No lead is safe in the TCL. I can tell you that. Talk to me. And he bounces that the other way. That's going to be deep in the hole. No play. He had the feed, and the Gumbo Gators are just sideways, upside down. I mean, he had the feed to second. He looked at the force to third and then just said, I don't have it. And he didn't even look at second. They could have forced off Rodriguez. But as it is, another run scores. Honestly, I think you got to give an E6 on that because you got to make that feed to second. You got to know you got to force the short way there too. So Howard reaches on an E6. I mean, you can give him a hit for that because he didn't throw it away. But, I mean, the hold was the error. Popped up, skied, Fontenot tracking it. And so 2 down. It's Galloway, frustrated. Fouls out to the catcher, F2. But deep in the hole, you knew there was no play to first. If you're backhanding that far in the hole, you're like, I'll just go the short way to third. But I guess the let's see, it's the Samaniego score. So we got first, second. I got to check my book. It's getting out of hand. Is it 9 or 8? Because Samaniego scored. No, it's juiced. Yeah. Samaniego's on third. Okay. Oh, no. Whoops. So, yeah, Gabe Rodriguez could have got forced if Hunt looked at second. Bounce foul by Thor. I mean, danger. You got to go through Galloway, then you got to go through Janner. Bases juiced. I mean, Trahan was standing on the bag there was 3 steps if he fed it to second there. 0-2 to Janner. So we can battle here. There's that breaking ball. Pretty good job on the lefty breaking ball. I want to say Janner did a little nod, like, okay. A little head nod, like, I've seen the breaking ball now. This is second at bat. He walked, I believe. 0-2. More time you see a guy, the better chance you got. There's a fastball. It's away. It's a good take. I don't know if Major League Baseball believes as much in the matchups, the lefty-lefty, righty-righty stuff as much. Oh, crushed by Janner, but I guess off the end of the bat. It's diving. Oh, my goodness. Selling out on the play. Yeah, that's Bellard. My goodness, Bellard scoops a snow cone on the dive, but 8 runs for the Sturs. My goodness. Explosion. 4 hits, 8 runs, bunch of walks. Dude, it caused us blistered, but my. All right, we'll take a break. I'll come back with a little bit of Schloss theory. Do this one right here. This song. This is the. All right. Let's see here. Massive bottom of the third for the Stirs. Up 8-0 now. Aiden Welsh, right fielder, coming up. Gumbo Gators got tons to do. It's early enough. You listen to the broadcast. I don't get cocky. I do not poke the baseball gods. I do not taunt. I do not get overconfident. I've had every possible Estrada just dropping down, dealing nastiness. I've had every possible discombobulation that could be delivered to you in baseball. I've seen them all, lived them all. You don't get cocky. Fouled off. Estrada working ahead on Welsh. But the Schlossnagel thing, finish my thoughts on that. I get it. Heads are exploding. Okay. I think we all agree the opposite end of the spectrum, and there's a spectrum here. People were like, what are you talking about? It's a job. Do what's best for your family. Fouled off. Still 0-2 to Welsh. More money. What have you? Big whoop. Maybe even like non-baseball fans like, I don't care. And when it comes to sports, everybody can agree. It's like, oh, okay. Can't handle it. It's too much for you. You're spazzing. Mental breakdown. Talk to a dude, come back from his third deployment and see, is that a big deal? Yeah, not a big deal. All right. So we understand the arena of sports and what we're talking about here. But it's a deeper cultural conversation. It's like why we play sports, why we challenge ourselves athletically, we challenge ourselves competitively to face off against other people. And Estrada continues with the nasty sidearm stuff, and he gets Welsh on the K. 1-2. It's his third K tonight for the first out. Who's going to be the designated hitter? Austin O'Malley. All right. And competing does matter. We draw lines, notional lines. This is not high school. This is not people, care about A&M. Well, you got accepted to A&M. Or you care about Texas, you got accepted there because you didn't get into whatever school. All of a sudden, you take up that flag, and all of a sudden it means everything. Or you say it means everything. I get that. But you get yourself on an athletic field where you're competing, and there's a rivalry, a little bit of bad blood. Like, if I don't like the pitcher, I got a history of the pitcher, the schools have a history of disrespect or whatever, and you hit that walk-off bomb, there's human guttural emotion, the feeling of that competition and that happening means something. In real life, it means something. Like you bested them. You bested your biggest enemy. Like rivalries mean something. And he drops down and oh my gosh, Smokey Joe Hop almost takes Juan Rivera's face off. You gotta be careful on Smokey Joe. Austin O'Malley smokes it. I don't know. I'm going to give Austin O'Malley a single on that, frankly, because Rivera didn't glove it. And with a hop like that, you're going to be I'm all for knock it down. But that's dental work right there. That was hit hard. So, presuming no dental work, scorched ball by O'Malley, single. So, big world, big picture, geopolitics, wars, sports, get it. But we are to live our lives and work jobs and raise families and do things. We compete for a reason. We compete emotionally, and we compete to challenge ourselves as human beings. So what's happening on the field does matter. Schools and rivalries do matter. This is us as a society. And that's skied out to center. Janner coming on. He's going to make the play on it. So flat out, Estrada gets him to reach, and that's 2 down on the F8. And if that being the case, and I argue that it is, that you can ho-hum it or try to downplay it, but we're not playing these games for nothing. We're playing these games to challenge ourselves. And however fabricated or whatever construct, societal construct where you associate yourself with a school or alumni base and that's who you root for, I'm not going to downplay that. That's real. And that feels real. The people who are rooting. and the people who are involved and rowing in the same direction for that school, and players on that dugout rowing in the same direction trying to win a national championship. So the Schlossnagle thing, that's why it explodes heads, because the bad blood between A&M UT is legendary. As Prescott Walsh steps in. Got a single tonight, Mr. Walsh. Estrada drops down, runs it in. Pretty good looking pitch, was off the plate inside. And there's no secrets. I mean, you can say OU, UT, that's pretty bad. There's a lot of rivalries, but man, I've worked with people that go to UT, and I work with people that are Aggies, and it's real. They do not, like, even out in the professional world, there are grudges. It is the ultimate rivalry. And Schlossnagle, coach at TC, he knows this. So I don't know what he believed as the count goes 2-1 to Marsh, that somehow this is palatable at any level. I think once you go to A&M, the Texas job is just off the table until that's shot foul by Marsh. I think that's off the table until you work at least an intermediate school in there. And even if you waited like a month into the summer, whatever, and the timeline wasn't bad, and you didn't even have a press conference where you said nothing, he was like, I just want to talk about the players, and he actually was graceful about dodging the question. Even then, it would still explode minds as to that sort of defection from rival to the other side. So I get it. UT is a hallowed baseball thing, and that's a very sought-after job, and they're going to pay you insane amounts of millions. You'd be in Austin, super fun town. I get it, but I don't think you can do it. So I don't know what happened. Things soured in A&M or what was going on, but crazy story. I do think it matters. I think it's a bad look. 3-2 now. Runner goes, and breaking ball's inside. So Marsh was either nicked by that on a hit by pitch or it had been ball four anyway. So he's down to first. O'Malley goes to second with 2 out. Gumbo Gators trying to chip away, and we're trying to pour water on that little fire. Strada has been outstanding. His arm angles seem to be effective. It's combined with good control. So, in-game banter. We're talking about the Schlossnagle situation because it's kind of earth-shattering as far as college baseball goes. So Strada drops down again and pumps in strike one. But that's my thoughts on it. I don't have a dog in the fight on either side, and I don't know the guy. But I understand that that's a head exploder. That's for sure. Bounced over Sammy. You got to stay down on the Smoky Joes. And you could see that ball. That ball was bouncing, and it literally turned around as it was bouncing on the grass, looked at me, smiled with an evil eye, and says, I'm going to do it. And you get the Smoky Joe hop. You can almost see it happening. These balls are bouncing through the infield. Like, this is a ball that has got to be blocked.
Now back center fielder number 23, Jason Beller.
So Fontenot bounces second. It's got to be E4. The only way you can rule that. And bases juiced for the Gumbo Gators. Kaysen Ballard looking like Griffey. Laying out, looking like Say Hey, rest in peace, Willie Mays, laying out. Jam shot to short. We got to pick up a ground ball and make the play, and we do. And Gumbo Gators strand a Village on the 6-3. Glad we're on this side of it. It ain't over. It's early. There's 5 innings left in this thing. Anything can happen. But, all right. Let's take a break. Chew on that. Tweet me. Tell me I'm an empty head. You're accurate. That's true. All right. Bottom 4 coming your way.
Thank you, Raymond J. Photo, the official photographer of the Seguin River Monsters.
Gotta fly. Get me a ticket. I wanna feel the heat. Fly over the ocean. I take you along. Move like a rocket man. I live in motion. We land in New York City. 'Cause I love the way she moves. Gotta hold on tight all through the night. Get on to the aeroplane. That's right. I'm gonna let you go it along. Bring me along for some fun. Ha. I travel light and I don't bite. Fly over the Atlantic. Take off to a new city. Somewhere got history. Somewhere real pretty. We're cruising in London, yeah. And I love the way she moves. Gotta hold on tight all through the night. Huh. Get on to that aeroplane.
Make it onto the aeroplane.
All right.
To the aeroplane.
Here we go now.
Make it onto the
All right. Let's go, Stirs.
First baseman, number 40.
Bottom of 4, but my book's all filled up in the 4. So here's Patrick McClellan. Hammered. Going back and left. Over near the line. It makes the catch is Mr. Bryce. Oh, Bryce Jones, left fielder. One down on the F7. I don't know if it made sense what I said on Schlossnagel. What I'm saying is, big picture, all the crazy things that happen in this world, not the end of the world. But for how we emotionally invest and challenge ourselves in sports, this game matters. Stirs being champions last year was a big deal. It was a lot of fun, and rivalries matter. And it has to do with being competitive as he skies out there to Bellard. Does Maddox McDonald on the F8. So 2 quick fly balls for Sturial. You got 2 down. So I'm saying it does matter. And if it does matter, competition matters, and how we challenge ourselves as human beings, rivalries matter. And they really matter. So a move like that, my goodness, is the poison pill maybe. I don't think you can go, I can do what I want. I can work anywhere. You can. You can pull a move like that. And he did. But what do people think of that? What do your players think about it? Dude, you're bringing in. They're like, they're just whatever. We don't care. Nothing matters. That's the case. But the way that was handled, and I mean, everybody's like, A&M did it to Jimbo Fisher. I don't know. This is coaching. Florida State, A&M ain't huge rivals. You know what I'm saying? I mean, they poach. Coaches poach, and there's tampering and all this other stuff. 2-1. To Whit Joyce, the catcher. Whit Cannon Joyce. 3-1. So, it's not unheard of, but pretty unheard of. The timing after national championship game, the absolute most hated rival instantly. Oh, crushed by Joyce. I think that's going to be foul. Did a little SpaceX launch sequence there, did with Joyce, but way foul. Count goes full. So the look and feel of it is so wrong. Does it affect your tenure at UT? Because maybe you recruit like 40 dudes. You get a lot of dudes on the team. What's the buy-in? How people would like get that out of their head that that's the move that was done, and it was just a shrug of the shoulders, like, huh, I can do it, no big deal. Because that's the kind of, I mean, that's how you have to. You got to shave in the mirror and look at yourself in the mirror in the morning. So Joyce draws a walk. Pass ball. So Joyce is going to move up. Orlando slamming Samaniego. But I just think that could be just a detrimental effect on everything you're saying. Is kind of there's an asterisk in maybe half your dude's mind on, what's this guy believe in? If you don't believe in competition to that level and how bad that move feels. Grounded, rolled it over, had him reaching on the breaking ball over to the second baseman. Oh, where is it? That's Trahan. Trahan on the glove onto first, and that ends the threat. So Samaniego on the 4-3 ends it for the Stirs, and we go to top of 5. Time will tell on the Schlossnagel thing, but that's my theory. The poison pill. Can't make a move like that and just walk. Yeah, I mean, you get the bad blood, and most hated man in Texas are all, yeah. Get it. But you don't just get to, after a while, like time it out and like, oh, enough time's passed. It's all cool now. I think that follows you. I'm worried. Anyway, it's a good coach. Crazy move. Crazy times. I'm done with that one. 4-3. And we'll take a break.
I think that was early. And that's a real win.
So Quentin Estrada, 4 innings, absolutely brilliant. Gives away Truett Anthony, freshman out of Tatum, Texas, goes to BPCC. As we play some Lupe Fiasco here at the stadium. This is a jam. Oh, what you say? Can't ask for anything better from Estrada. Quentin Estrada just changing arm angles left and right. Looked like everything was working. The Stirs tack on 8. And now Truett Anthony taking over here in the top of the 5th. And it's Landon Hunt at the top of the order. I'm going to clean up some scorebook stuff. Sun goes down here in Smoky Joe. Shadows are gone. Lights are on. Still kind of blue sky. 0-1 to Mr. Hunt. Truett Anthony. Fastballs outside. 1-1. I don't know what else is going on in Major League Baseball. Bruce Bochy's doing what he does. He just takes a year off, wins the World Series, takes a year off, wins it next year. That's what I'm planning on for the Texas Rangers. Good stuff from Anthony. And gets Hunt. Swing on the fastball down low. 1-2. Whoa. Tried the corner, miss. Count goes 2-2. Oh, Bob Uecker. Bob Uecker still rolls into Brewers games. Calls one when he wants. Living legend. My personal hero. 2-2. It's down low. Count goes full to Mr. Hunt. I think Euchre's got a World Series ring with the Cardinals. Cup of coffee, went in the entertainment business. The rest is history. He made trillions for Mr. Belvedere. I kid. Bob Ueckers, baseball legend. Bounce, big hop over to Rodriguez, takes it on the run and fires a strike to first. And that retires Hunt, 1 down. I'll bring up Bryce Jones, left fielder. Gunn Janner at the plate. Janner didn't get the best jump. That was in the first.
Number 29, Bryce Jones.
With an 8-run lead. Will it matter? We do not know. I'm not going to make any bold statements. Still early. Gumbo Gators. Lake Charles, very welcome to the TCL. It looks like the whole city of Lake Charles is behind the Gumbo Gators. They're doing some cool stuff out there. No wonder, guys. Did the Iron Man. He played every single position. Pull that up on social media. I'm terrible with names. But 1 game, played all 9 positions. That's pretty cool. Little PR stunt. Dude's officially utility. Shows bunt, does Jones, and true to Anthony, fastball's way outside. 1-1. Like a drag bunt. Big people bunt enough. All about bunts. Bunts create chaos. It's a difficult play. First and third, bunts. That's college baseball. Practice those plays, defend those plays. 1-1. Fastball painted. Vaggio. Picasso. Rembrandt. Van Gogh. Pick your artiste. Around the inside corner. 1-2. Bounced over a second. Samaniego gets it on the dandy hop. And on to first. 2 down. So Truett Anthony coming in, getting 2 ground balls. Looking very nice. It's going to be Josh Vaughn. Third baseman. Reached on air in the third, according to me.
How about third baseman number 2, Joshua Vaughn?
No, it was a fly ball. He didn't reach in the third. What want to talk about? It's over 2 tonight. Mr. Vaughn. In relation to Ricky Vaughn. I highly recommend the Vegematic haircut Ricky Vaughn sported in Major League. Greatest baseball movies of all time. 2 down. You know, when you go to the barbershop and they got the little poster up there, those little different haircuts. I never see the Vegematic up there, but it should be. That'd make me laugh. Ooh, bounce foul. I got the Vegematic when I was in probably junior in high school. Legion ball. My buddy hooked me up. Ricky Vaughn's haircut. 0-1. Joshua Vaughn. Lined out into left by Mr. Vaughn. So that's a 2-out single.
They were just starting to learn. I was driving. Didn't I let you drive next to you? Oh, yeah.
2-out single, Vaughn on.
You were just starting to learn.
I look at base runners that I don't know. I look at their antsiness of their lead, and I make suppositions. I think Vaughn's a running. I'm going to look at his lead. This is Aiden Welsh. That ball's down by Truett Anthony. I can't assume Aiden Welsh is Welsh, but that would make sense. 1-0. Nope. Fastball's outside, misses. 1-1. Two and 0. Bounced over Sam Young. He's just going to step on third. Oh, he gets the assist. That's funny. So he could have stepped on second, but he's going to give the assist. So Juan Rivera gets the put out. I remember middle infielders used to do that funny little game back in there. If they didn't, if he took it themselves and didn't feed the guy, so he gets the extra put out stat. Not that it even mattered to anybody except for those two middle infielders. They would break each other's balls relentlessly. It's like, oh, going to keep it yourself on, not going to feed me. So Sam Diego with a 1-foot feed actually forced Vaughn off on the fielder's choice. Welsh is out, and we go to bottom 5. All right. Cheap Seats, Alabama, great band. I had a double CD set that played my truck for quite some time. About 5 or 6 good songs on there. All right. Gabriel Rodriguez chops it over short. Hunt has got to gun it. Scoops it, it does. So Rodriguez in the bottom of the 5th on the 6-3, 1 down. So Juan Rivera, silky smooth. Juan Rivera against Sturial came in for the injured Acosta. Outstanding stirrup game. Strike one on a big breaking ball. And that's popped out to Bryce Jones, who's going to make the play. 2 down. So this will be top of the lineup. Dakota Howard, your right fielder tonight.
Right fielder number 24 from the University of Oklahoma, Dakota Howard.
Sturiow, always out of the stretch, runners on or not. It's gonna lefty-lefty matchup, and he gets in on Dakota Howard's hands, and he skies it out to Bryce Jones, and that's a 1-2-3 inning for Sturiow. F7. So the 5th inning, game's cruising. It was cruising, and then the bottom of the 3rd happened, and now it's cruising again. So cruise over to your refrigerator, get yourself a cold one, or come on down to Smokey Joe on Thirsty Thursday. Thanks for sponsors. Courageous Heart CPR, local Shiner Coors Light, Longhorn Steakhouse, Jimmy John's. Thank you. Take a break. All right. Catcher's getting gear sorted out with Joyce. Got his glove squared away. And we're going to top of 6 with numero uno, Austin O'Malley. I think with a high school kid named Austin O'Malley. No, it's Sean O'Malley. But he's an O'Malley in a huge green station wagon. This is like pre-Simpsons Homermobile. I don't, or like, no, it would have been after. It would have been after National Lampoon's Vacation. But you know how you give your kid in high school the beater car? Sean O'Malley's car was the full-on green station wagon from like 83 with the wood panel siding just like stripping off. It's legendary. I don't know if he's in relation to Austin O'Malley, but I like to share these things. Picture long lost relative Sean O'Malley's green station wagon with wood paneling. Truett Anthony, 2-0 now to O'Malley. Goes outside 3-0. Was the Gumbo Gators trying to stay in there in the stirs. We're just trying to rain on that parade. Every time you start marching or playing music, we're just going to rain on that parade. 3-0. Pumps a strike in there, 3-1. Tennessee Volunteer national champions. Congratulations to them. Their home run numbers were crazy. If you watch College World Series, every dude had like 20 homers. I don't know if the stadium out there is a Homer Dome, but it kind of looks like it is. Ooh, crush, but way foul by O'Malley. And I'll say that because I saw a Vol game, and they kind of had this like tiered thing in the outfield. And dudes were just like hitting bombs like up over the third tier. I was like, this is a ball carry? What's the elevation there? Like, just crushing them out of the stadium. It was like Andres Galarraga and Joe Robbie Stadium in Miami, just like going third deck into the tarping. Ooh, nasty breaking ball. O'Malley just steps back to the dugout. That's not fair. Truett Anthony truly cooked up a filthy pitch right there. 3-2 slider, broke it off of O'Malley's hip. There is no shame in that. Austin O'Malley, you, me, and just about everybody other than like major league hitters is probably sitting down on that pitch. That was dirty reverse K. One down. I mean, froze O'Malley, froze me. So true to Anthony with a reverse K, one down. Starts off Mr. Gage Trahan, strike. But I'm saying 3-2 TCL, 70% of the time, just hit breaking ball. You'll be right. It's my theories. Theories are usually wrong. Foul off ahead. Mr. Anthony's a hit. 0-2. Who else out there might be watching MILB Hat Billy? Jake, if you're out there, appreciate everything you do for the baseball community. The ATG boys, their entire all-star crew. Some of the funnest stuff in baseball. Ooh. Mr. Nakatomi, when he flies Dutch around the world like he did, Mr. Nakatomi should put the ATG, the entire crew, on the private jet and take him over to watch the SoftBank Hawks play from the private owner's box. 0-2. Gage Trahan. Anthony trying to paint outside or get Trahan to chase, and he doesn't. 1-2. That's a good two-strike pitch where you want it. So the immaculate second half by the Sturs last year, after the most abysmal first half, are we constructing a repeat as the second frozen pizza this inning? I believe when you buy Red Baron pizzas, they come in packs of 2, and that's what has happened. Froze O'Malley on a dirty slider with a full count, and then he just goes outside black with a fastball to get Gage Trahan. Both outstanding pitches by Mr. Truett Anthony. Goodness. Prescott Marsh, first baseman. Bounces it into the dirt. It's either intentional or Truett Anthony is immortal. Mere mortals. Steve Rack, 101. This begins a 4-game homestand for the Seguin River Monsters. July, we have the most home games. I'm sorry, June, we have the most home games. And July begins a trek, an odyssey of road games, frankly. Breaking ball, but it's up and in. So Marsh takes it to 2-1. It was a cutter, what that was, I guess. If you listen to me, I could say Vaseline bar. We don't know. You guys don't know. I mean, you probably know. Play baseball. It's like this announcer's getting everything wrong. 2-1. Fastball's outside. 3-1. It's Mr. Marsh. But college baseball, heck of a season. Cat to the Vols. And outstanding pitching. Got to close the game. A lot of run on that guy's fastball. Good baseball drama. That's a Steve Rack. Count goes full. So is Anthony going to come up with another 3-2 nast piece slider? off of Marsh's hip. Oh, and he goes cheddar. And Truett Anthony strikes out the side. That doesn't happen every day, folks. I think you deserve to go microwave some nachos at home and make yourself a float out of Dr. Pepper and chocolate ice cream for that inning. You go to bottom of 6.
Hey kids, if you haven't found
You out of Polaroid film, buddy? Are you still on the entrepreneurial mindset? Rashawn Galloway started off for the Stirs. They're bottom of 6. Truett Anthony, absolutely electric. Top of the 6, strikes out the side. Me and Scotty B marveling at the 3-2 slider to O'Malley. Nobody's hitting that. Everybody's froze on that pitch. That's a nasty 3-2 slide piece. 1-0 to Galloway. Galloway's walked and scored tonight. Offensive leader for the Stirs in so many categories. Even his outs are just crushed most of the time. Texas State has a good one. And Rashawn Galloway. Heck of a ball player. And he crushes that up into orbit, way over. It could be out of play. There's even though it's in the field, it's considered out of play if it's past the line. They don't want people running into equipment over there. So 2-1. Ball picked up by SAT air traffic control. 2-1. Bounce to third. Oh, my goodness. Vaughn with the glove work. When they throw it, pulls him off the bag. So you're going to get Vaughn. Throw pulls him off. E5. Galloway's aboard. Good things happen when you put the ball in play. Evan, I am Thor Janner. He's not saying he's Thor. I'm saying that. Watch this guy play. Sturial challenges him with a fastball and swings through. 0-1. Sturial doing some groundskeeping. I'll tell you what mounds and where you land on your foot on certain mounds as a pitcher is Man, it's a nightmare sometimes. Holes get made by the other guy, and that's not where your foot wants to land. Major leaguers, they don't have to worry about that. It's usually pretty sweet dirt. But at this level ball in these fields, holes can get massive. They're in the wrong spot on the rubber. Now all of a sudden you're like standing there with your toe pointed up and your heels in a big hole because you want to be on the left side of the rubber and the other guy's making a hole. This always trying to doctor up the mound to suit you. Batter's box, you don't really have as much problem with like other dudes creating holes, but pitchers, because the repetitive striding and pushing off, tend to create holes, and a lot of times it doesn't match up with the other guy's setup. Hit out to right by Jenner. That's going to be playable by Aiden Welsh. Oh, F9.
Baseman number 3 from
One down.
College, Patrick McClellan.
Jenner got all that. I think his reach and got off the end there. Could hit it in the bark pile, Mr. Jenner. Patrick McClellan. Standout at Palomar College. Californian on the team. Don't sleep on California. I wouldn't want to deal with its taxes, but man, it's beautiful. Alex Blake knows all about 29 Palms. 29 Palms. Billy the Kid's hideout. That's a good story. I can't tell the full story. I can't tell the full story, too. Craziest thing. Life is crazy. We're in an 8-0 ball game. So, Marine Corps got many beautiful locations you can get stationed at. 29 Palms, California is one of them. But all you can do out there is blow up the desert, let me tell you. My buddy, who may very well be tuning in this broadcast, lieutenants, like platoon commander and stuff, usually you live on base, you get just a rundown house in town. You share that with like 3 or 4 other lieutenants. Oh, that gets away from Fontenot. So Galloway's going to move up. He's going to take a big turn. I think so it's 3-1 to McClellan from San Diego, home of Camp Pendleton, really Oceanside. Who's counting? That's a base West Coast guys want. We got 29 Palms. Worked out. It was awesome. We're out of town. Alex Blake, my Ford Observer, got this old stucco house. Like you could see like the beams in it. It was real small too. I used to call it Billy the Kid's hideout because I was like, this thing's from the 1800s or something. That was Alex Blake's spot. Go over to pick him up. Billy the Kid's hideout in 29 Palms. But he was sitting at home one day. There's a knock at the door. Opens the door. It's a comedian, Andy Dick. If you know who Andy Dick is, he's a crazy, crazy person. Runner, Galloway goes, stealing third. So McClellan walks, and Galloway just moves up. I have no issues with that 8-run ball game. If you don't think an 8-run lead can evaporate in TCL baseball in about 2 seconds, you haven't been watching TCL baseball that long. You keep your foot on the gas pedal. So an error and a walk. We got a first and third situation with 1 down. This is Maddox McDonald. Crazy, right? I guess his dad owned the place. He was like, yeah, my dad owns this place, but I never come out here to like see the property. I inherited it. So I thought I'd swing by. Andy Dick knocks at your door in the middle of the desert. Crazy times. Check, swing, foul, 0-1. And that story's not about baseball. Most of my stories aren't. You just get interesting facts. Sturial got the left-handed pick move available as McClellan's running. Whoa, he's saying foul or fair? I don't think that was a hit and run. That was a runner's choice. So McClellan's just getting in motion because it's first and third. We're probably stealing anyway. But from Maddox McDonald's perspective, he's just having a regular at bat. He gets something he wants to hit, he's hitting it. You don't have to hit and run. You could, but that's my guess. I think it's just a situation first, third. If you could run, you're green lighted to get moved over. So Galloway at third, Clone at first, Maddox, McDonald. Can CJ Sturriell. Ooh, serve. That's I tried to deke. He deked me. Trahan like put his glove up. I don't know. He's blocking lights or like act like he's gonna catch it, but it flared over. So another RBI single from Maddox McDonald. Have a night, buddy. 2 bibbies. Galloway scores. And it's first and second, 1 down.
Now batting catcher number 23 from Murray State, Caden Monkerud.
Caden Monkerud, the very own Seguin River Monster legend, Caden Monkerud, going to Murray State up in Oklahoma. Going to be catching. Place a Whit Joyce, I'd imagine, next inning. Switch him out. Save the knees, these catchers break on their knees. It's not like Jonah Heim, where you're going to catch 150 games in the Major League season. Yeah. 0-1. Sturriell hasn't been bad. The third inning, Aberration inherited 3 runners. So 4 of those runs, gave up some hits, but after that, worked a clean 4th and 5th for the run this inning. So 1-2. Put right Monkerud in here. Caden Monkerud. Outstanding catcher. Outstanding baseball player. Every facet, his brother. Forever. Legend winning the championship game. Double steal situation happening on the 1-2 with 1 out, and they picked a great pitch to do it on because it's the dirt ball. No throw for Fontenot. Little SBs here. SBs. 2-2 count to Monkerud. He's got a couple dudes hanging out for bonus RBIs and more lead cushioning. And the off speed from Sturriell is down and in. So count goes full to Monkerud. This is sixth inning. And the ball is fastball, misses up, so base is juiced. Only 1 down for Orlando slamming Samaniego. Out comes Barry Manuel. Could be a pitch and change. So Sturriell comes out with the bases juiced. Get the number off this guy. I'll tell you who it is. And also, I did have Fontenot. By the way, their catcher, Mr. Fontenot, Seth Fontenot, the sophomore out of Baton Rouge, Louisiana. Goes to Baton Rouge Community College. See if we can do the center field cam and get a number on the pitcher. Looks like 38's digging in there. So it's Gumbo Gators, 38. Utility senior, Creighton. It's got to be Creighton Morse. Got to be Creighton Morse, right? Morse was batting the other day. I think he's a pretty effective hitter. 6'2", 185 out of Harrisburg, Illinois. Goes to Jacksonville State. He's a senior. Creighton Morse. Pencil him in. CJ Sturriell. Not bad. The third inning is the one got away from him. And that was only half on his watch. So Sturiow gives way after 3 1/3. Take a break. All right. Morris is warm. Here's Samaniego. Hacking fouled off him.
Yarton Morse.
I think it's either Kiarton, but I don't think that's right. I think it's got to be Creighton. Some of these things get mistyped. It's got to be Creighton Morse, I believe. If I'm butchering the first name, I'm just going to stop. It's going to be Mr. Morse. Mr. Morse, sir. Inventor of Morse code, so everybody knows. When you're POW, you say what your captors want, and you blink in Morse code. What's really going on? 101. Escape and evade. They have the pilots do. Two 2-1 now to Samaniego. Morris out of the stretch with the bases juice. Stir's trying to add. Ooh, healthy cut from Samaniego. Watch Orlando go slamming. Samaniego grand slamming. That would be nice. Getting healthy cuts. Samaniego, tall for a middle infielder. 6'2" and all of it. 180. Total athlete. Buckles the knees. Lays off. Count goes full. El Paso went ahead and built themselves. Samaniego's from El Paso, I mentioned it. Built themselves an outstanding AAA stadium right downtown. Oh, inside. So watch yourself, Samaniego. You don't have to get hit by that pitch when it's ball 4. Remember that, say don't jump out of the way. So walks in a run. That'll get charged to Sturiow. And we'll do it all over again with one out. The third baseman, Gabriel Rodriguez. Rodriguez had some outstanding catching, and he's playing a very consistent third base tonight. That's for sure. That's low and outside, 1-0. And I griped about the umpires once. My head exploded on a play last game. It didn't turn out to matter. We won, but the pick on Shelley of the Rougarou, crazy call. Lined up the middle. Everybody's going to move up 1. And Rodriguez with an RBI single. Goodness gracious. Stirs on a heater tonight. 11-0 right now. 1 down, bases juice. Here's Juan Rivera against Morse. Mr. Morse to you. It's down low. 1-0. Flared out to left on his horse. Oh, my goodness. And they get us again. Bryce Jones. Bryce Jones with a double play. Don't run on that guy, right? Well, first thing, that's 2 outfield assists. Right? He gunned him down. That's 2 outfield assists for that guy. Yeah, 2 outfield assists. Unbelievable. So Rivera F8 for the second out. And then Munkerud gets gunned for the third out. Goodness gracious. All right, officially, we don't run. We don't run on Bryce Jones. New rule.
Race down third baseline.
New rule. New house rule.
1,000 feet. Gotta fly. Get me a ticket. I wanna feel the heat. Fly over the ocean. I take you along. Like a rocket man. I live in motion. We land in New York City. 'Cause I love the way she moves. Gotta hold on tight all through the night. Get on to the aeroplane. That's right. Gonna let you go it along. Bring me along some fun. Ha. I travel light and I don't bite. Fly over the Atlantic. Take off to a new city. Somewhere got history. Somewhere real pretty.
All right. Breck Bradshaw's taking over for Truett Anthony. Anthony, exclamation point, his last in the top of six by striking out the side. Breck Bradshaw, a sophomore out of Lake Dallas, goes to Charleston State. The Plowboys, not the Cowboys, the Plowboys, if I'm not mistaken. Charleston State made the dance this year. I think they won the WAC. Definitely my favorite conference to say, the WAC. If I'm not mistaken. I'm pretty sure Tarleton's in the WAC. So Breck Bradshaw, another top shelf name. His parents forward thinking on that one. That's a nail. They nailed that. Breck Bradshaw, that's hard. That's a hard man's name. I like that. Tell the wife, we change our kids' names. Breck Bradshaw, Plowboy. He's coming up against Fontenot. 11-run game, 8 in the third, and 3 in the sixth. If you think I'm going to start talking trash like it's locked up and sewn up, you'd be wrong. I will say, though, I'm wearing the same because, I mean, let's face it, folks, we're 6-16 first half. Whoa. Fontenot, crack of the bat, line drive up the middle on Bradshaw. This is exactly what you want Bradshaw to do, is just throw strikes. 11-run lead, put it over the plate, see what happens. So good pitching, better hitting that time. And Fontenot's on. But we broke our 8-game slide, our last game at home. I was wearing my Yomiuri Giants jersey I got off eBay. I'm pretty sure it was like a giveaway. If you were in Japan, you showed up at the stadium, they give away like free bats, bobbleheads. This jersey doesn't look high grade. But it's kind of weird looking, and it's Japanese. So it's a cool logo. I won that game, and it's put up 11 runs tonight. I mean, I'm not taking credit for it, but I'm very superstitious. Very superstitious when it comes to baseball. This is Mr. Bellard. Casey Bellard made a dive and catch. There have been some bright spots. Some bright spots for the Gumbo Gators tonight, but a couple mistakes defensively combined with walks, and then the Stirs picking up the timely hitting to add to the punishment. Recipe for an 11-run lead right there. Check to swing. I'm going to say he did. I think he did. So 2-2 to Casey. Mr. Bellard playing a good center field. Elsewhere's the baseball world. MLB All-Star Games coming up. MLB finally figured out. It only took them like 100 years. That Munkaroo is going to gun it down there, but the ball got away too far, and Fontenot is going to move up a base. Major League Baseball finally figured out, after watching ESPN do NFL draft special, after NBA draft special over and over, they're like, maybe we shouldn't do the MLB draft in a Holiday Inn Express in Des Moines, Iowa on a Tuesday at 10 a.m. And that's roped. My goodness. Bellard gets all of that when it gets by Janner. And this looks like an in the Parker. Oh, why did you hold him up? I'm sorry. So triple, absolutely roped. Janner trying to get the angle on it. Can't, which is rare because these wheels, but it gets by him, and Bellard, who can run, is off to the races. And they held him up at third. You don't really need to run into an out. I understand when you're down 11, you only have so many outs left, but I thought that was maybe an in the Parker. He was flying. Had the nitrous boosters. Bellard did on that one. So RBI triple for Bellard. This is going to be Landon Hunt, the shortstop. But the MLB All-Stars game coming up, they figured out how to join the draft finally with All-Star Weekend and do it all at once, so we're going to like enjoy it instead of the obscurity that the MLB draft was mired in for decades. Kind of making a show of it now. You'd never know. It was. It's like fold-out tables and folding chairs in a Holiday Inn Express. That's how they did it. Like, this is good, right? We don't want to monetize this. The most money-hungry, money grubbers, Major League Baseball owners and organizations ever not going to monetize the draft. Finally figured it out. It's total easiest thing to do. 11-1 now. Breaking ball rolled over to Rivera. He's going to play on the hop and throw it on to first. And oh my gosh, so you're going to say he's safe on the tag. I don't know about that. So the throw is up high and has to turn into a tag for McClellan, who slaps it down. But I guess because they got it on his back and he was on the home plate side of the bag, umpire's thinking, well, maybe he stepped on the base at the same time. He's getting slapped on the tag. There's no review. So I guess that's an RBI single or E6. I don't know. E6 on that. A high throw. So Hunt aboard. And now it's an 11-2 ball game. Bryce Jones throwing out everybody. 2 outfield assists. 1 outfielder assist is rare. 2 in a game. Come on. It's wild. Some good throws there. Bryce Jones, 0 for 3 tonight. We got nobody out. 9-run ball game. Top of 7. And popped foul. Kids, the Lord of the Flies children will be battling for that ball. It represents an ice pop on a 96-degree night. 1-2. 1-2 to Bryce Jones. Runner goes, swings through. Hunt. Kind of a stumbling slide. I don't know if his teammates saw that. They might bust his chops later. He was like leaning forward, and you could see his feet were trying to catch up with his body. He was like, well, I'm close enough. I'll just flop down.
Batting third baseman number 2.
Wasn't the most ungraceful slide, but it looked like he was falling over as he pulled it off. So Jones, K's 1 down. What? All right. It's Josh Vaughn, third baseman tonight. Nice backhand play. Break a ball. Don't know where that one missed. You're going to have to say it's up, but it looked pretty good. But I'm not going to go full complain mode. 9-run ball game. 1-0. Breck Bradshaw. The Cheddar. The High Petrol misses high. 2-0. It's regional. River Monsters have done well to recruit their squad from around here. And then Gumbo Gators, pretty much Louisiana. You got Jacksonville State there, but you got Tulane, San Jac, Baton Rouge, Northwestern State, McNeese, Loyola, New Orleans, Creighton. I haven't seen that guy. He's a pitcher. So 4-pitch walk issued. Not ideal, as I say so often. So 1 out, first and second.
Now batting right fielder number 25, Aiden Welsh.
Clone's going to come over, get some rosin. I don't know if he told Bradshaw something. We're going to hidden ball trick. That'd be sweet. I don't always see the first baseman go over for rosin. It'd be Aiden Welsh, the right fielder. Runners are going, and it's a dirt ball. Better cover home. Shoots away from Munkerud. So the runners move up. Mino Likey. Let's kill the rally. 1 down. No more force. So Breck Bradshaw working a Welsh. Breaking ball misses. 1-0. Bradshaw to the strip. The runners on. Lined, and that's a hit that's probably going to score 2. They're waving him. So 2 RBI single for Welsh. He smoked it in the 5-6 hole. And it's an 11-4 ball game. I'm not hyperventilating yet, but you got a 6-run lead. But it's shrinking. It's like throwing your cotton shirt in the dryer, and it's starting to shrink. That's what's happening right now. All right. Breck Bradshaw, good pitcher. I mean, I'd rather that throwing strikes. I mean, he walked one guy, base on balls there. But have him hit it. I mean, they're not always going to barrel it up. So throwing strikes is what we asked for, what we got. But a couple singles with the walk and 4 runs come across. Tony Perez says, let's just try to stop that here. And he's going to go with number 30 deuce. I get it. Get on my roster. I'll tell you who's pitching. Old Ty Lackey, the ultimate competitor. Ty Lackey. I don't have the numbers. Remember, Ty Lackey returned River Monster championship team. Watch Tylen Lackey get warm. Been outstanding for the Stirs. All right. Take a break. Austin O'Malley. Single, 1 for 3 tonight. Gumbo Gators. You can say they're threatening. They've already threatened and delivered on said threats. They're trying to close the distance. Austin O'Malley flares one out to left. A diving. My goodness gracious, that's a fair ball. Diving. Maddox McDonald. So that's a double for Austin O'Malley. So Welsh goes to third. Sounded good, but I think he got off the end of the bat. And Maddox McDonald had a long, long run. And he was full booking it. Fast as he could. Sells out on the dive and got the fingers of the glove on it, but not enough. This is second baseman Gage Strahan. He's walked flat out and struck out 0 for 2. And that's going to be flared foul. 0-1. So none of this one-run ball game stuff. Big, huge, crooked innings. Sturs get an 8 spot in the third, 3 spot in the 6th, and now Gumbo Gators with 4, only 1 down, trying to threaten with 2 more. Welsh on third, O'Malley on second. And it gets away from Munkerud, so Welsh is going to score. All right. Need the paper bag for hyperventilating. We're good. We're good. 6-run. Talk myself into it. 6-run lead is still there. O'Malley goes to third. I'll say this. Not ideal. You don't want to evaporate your 11-run lead, but it'd be hard to believe the Gumbo Gators are just going to go silently. So we had to be prepared for this. We knew we were going to come in throwing strikes, putting the ball in the zone. They're thinking the same thing, just bat on ball. And some hits this inning. Got 1 walk, but you're just trying to throw strikes. And that's happening. And they're just finding holes. Break balls down low. But you can't stand with an 11-run lead. There's walks. Gotta have him hit it. 2-2 to Gage Trahan. So outside count goes full. Trahan, if I'm not mistaken, McNeese State Cowboy. And that missed outside, and we do issue a walk. So now we got first and third. Trahan's the second baseman. You're usually not methodically slow as a second baseman. Probably stealing. Maybe not. Can't run into outs. See, these are your Gumbo Gators. You're still down by 6. What you can't do with it's 1 down here. You got 6. You got 8 outs left. You got to get 6 runs. You can steal a run, maybe getting a run down, maybe worth it. I don't know. Munkerud can gun you. So we shall see what Mr. Trahan does at first on this first and third. This is going to be the first baseman, Prescott Marsh. And that's down low, ball 1. Goes to Loyola, New Orleans. There's a lot of Loyolas in the world. California. There's one in Philly. This one's in New Orleans. 1-0. Again, dirt ball, and there does go Trahan. So maybe a read on the dirt. So second and third. 1 down. Got Ty Lackey locking horns with Marsh, and he chops it over. We take it on the big hop at the end, and we throw it away. My goodness. So Gabriel Rodriguez has been outstanding at third. Really has. But Marsh hits a high bouncing ball. He's very deep in the third hole. And I'm telling you, playing the hot corner is difficult. Okay, so I'm not saying I got made that play. But the only way you're getting that guy, I got 11-6 is the score I got. The only way you can, and not easier said than done, was you had to charge that ball. Because then you got, and you feel it, you're on your heels, and you got a gun across the first. He has the arm to do it. The throw is offline. But Marsh is aboard on an E5 on, I guess, on the throw. Not sure how you play that. I mean, you can stay back there and just hose it, but kind of got him on his heels because it was hit hard and a big hopper. So Rodriguez had to gun it. And I think it turns into second and third because I think he goes to second on that. Did the runner go to second or did he stay at first? All right. Lewis doesn't know. All right. I'm going to pitch a change. I'm going to give you that and then take a break. 7th innings. Getting Ugg. Austin Noel out of Dallas Eastfield did outstanding the other day. All right, this game getting interesting enough for you? 11-zip ball game turned to 11-6 ball game. So he didn't advance on the ball that got past first baseman. So Marsh is still at first, but probably maybe running first and third. And this is going to be Fontenot again. Dirt ball. Munker does well to block that and save a run. 1-0. Austin Noel came in, did outstanding in the win. Electric night breaking. You can say what you want. 6-16 team, but when you break an 8-game slide that we were on, crushed out to the left by Fontenot. Going back on it is Maddox McDonald and makes the catch and then smashes into the wall. Nice play, Maddox McDonald. As it is, almost a 3-run ding job. It's a sack. RBI, 2 down. So Trahan scores. That makes it 11-7. Marsh still at first. This is going to be Case and Bellard. So Austin, that's what, I mean, he almost hit it out of the ballpark, but get him to hit it. Sometimes, I mean, it hasn't been happening. We got a bunch of hits this inning, but nice breaking stuff for Noel right there for strike one. But put it in play, make the plays, get him out of there. Oh, pick move Austin Noel. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yep. 11-7 now. Goodness. Bellard led this thing off with a triple, RBI triple. We got held up at third, maybe probably inside the park by held up, and he hammers that over to Rodriguez and stirs. He kicks it into shallow center. So Marsh goes first to third on the E5. I mean, these are hot shots, and Smokey Joe, pretty notorious for being pretty firm. It's maybe an understatement. But we got to make some of these ground ball plays in here. So first and third, still hanging on to this 4-run lead as we go back to the top, and Landon Hunt is up. See if Noel, I mean, we should be out of it. Anything past this is unearned. Good block there by Munkerud. Saved a run. 1-0. Hot shots. This is how these games get close. You start just piping the ball, which you're supposed to do with 11 run. You don't have to like throw BP, but I mean, you're throwing strikes. You're not nibbling. So that's fouled off. 1-1. And the Gumbo Gators just been hitting. Added a couple errors, and then I got 2 in this inning, so that doesn't help. No, 3 in this inning. So, goodness. All right, 1-1. 1-1 to Hunt. Hunt reached on here in this very inning. See who can match disaster innings. They had 8. We got 7. We don't want to do that. Ooh. Well, checking on Bellard. I know Bellard got wheels based on his triple. Looked like the Flash. Just a green blur. A green and gray blur. There he goes. Fouled off. So Bellard just stretching his legs. It's like the Olympics when the fall start. Got to go back. Do it again. Two outs. Well, in the stretch. And there it goes. And that's way inside. So count goes full to Hunt. And the stolen base by Bellard.
Can you open it?
Yes. Here you go, buddy. Drink that up. You're going to overheat. You're going to overheat. You don't start hydrating, man. Full count. 2 outs. Runner is not on first, so people won't be moving. Oh. Defensive swing by Hunt. Shoots it foul. Good pitch by Noel. Fastball in. I think it would have been a strike. See if we can escape this relentless top of 7 from the Gumbo Gators. No, we cannot. Hunt walks. So now our base is juiced. My goodness gracious, folks. I'm just saying to the baseball gods, remember earlier in the game, baseball gods, when I wasn't taunting you and getting all happy about an 11-run lead and telling you got to keep your foot on the gas pedal? Remember that, baseball gods? Stay with me. I'm being humble. Let's get out of this. All right. Oates. It's Bryce Jones. The outfield assist machine. 2 outs. Bases juiced. Osno. He drops it for foul. Baseball gods got to remember that. If they're watching, sitting on little clouds that look like bases, staring down. Looking for who's going to be arrogant. Not me. 0-1 to Bryce Jones. Austin Noel. And it's chopped over to Rodriguez. We got to make this play. And we do on the 5-3. Leave them stranded. And definitely don't walk away unscathed. Goodness gracious. It's like a prize fight. It's like the end of, is that Rocky 2 or Rocky 3 with Mr. T? I can't remember. No, this is what like Rocky and Apollo look like. Just battered. Come on now. All right, baseball gods, my pleading may have worked. 7th inning stretch time.
Stars at night are big and bright. Keeping hard. Prairie sky is wide and high. Keeping hard. Blue. Keeping hard.
Yeah, I guess so. Bosses or something.
Cowboys cry.
All right. Stars at night are big and bright, folks. This is Dakota Howard, your right fielder tonight. Stars find themselves now in a 4-run ball game in the bottom of the 7th. Nothing wrong with us snapping back with some more runs. I encourage it. I recommend it. Your doctor prescribes it. Moore's still on the bump. Misses up. 1-0. Howard pops it foul into the parking lot. I'll tell you what, it's one of the volleyball nights in Seguin. I've said this before. There ain't no city, as far as I'm aware, planet Earth, that goes bonkers for volleyball the way Seguin does. The adult volleyball in this town is like side out. It's like Goose and Maverick, Top Gun or something. Volleyball crazy. 2-1. The Dakota laser beams Howard. He takes that down and in. That's a good take right there. That's a pretty good pitch by Morse. The back foot, always tough to lay off. So 3-1. We need runners. We got it. Ooh, broken bat over to Hunt. And makes the throw. So the Firewood.
Now batting, designated hitter number 35.
Firewood on the 6-3.
Sean Galloway.
1 down. Rashawn Galloway tonight scored twice. Reached on air in the 6th and scored. Morse gets in on Dakota Howard's hands. That's a dirt ball. Was a 3-1 count. 1-0. Slicing fly ball out to right field. Coming over on it is Welsh. And 2 quick outs.
Now batting center fielder number 1 for UTRGV, Evan Tanner.
Evan Janner coming up. I see Janner put a charge into one, put in the huge bark wood chipper. The city game put a dent in that machine, maybe shut it down. You have enough bark. City Seguin has enough bark. City Seguin has enough bark for Seguin, San Antonio, Austin, Los Angeles, New York, and Mumbai. That's how much bark City Seguin has. Morse grounded over to Hunt, who's going to take it on the backhead, up with it, and fires a strike, gets the speedy Janner by a step only on the 6-3. So now we go to the top of the ninth. Based on what awaited us in the top of the 7th, what shall we see? Hopefully not a repeat of that. We'll be back. All right, my fine feathered friends. Here come the Gumbo Gators. We cannot afford another top of the 7th, because if we did, we'd be down 14-11. We got to work. Neatly, cleanly, spiffily. And there's a leadoff hit for Josh Vaughn. Dab nabbit. Before I get the words out of my mouth, he singles. So Vaughn jumps all over the first pitch. I mean, rather that than a walk, I'll tell you that. Well, you know, whatever percentage of the time that turns into a fly ball and ground ball, if we can make the plays on the ground balls. So a runner on first. This is Aiden Welsh, the right fielder. Noel throwing strikes. Austin Noel throwing strikes. Nice breaking stuff there as him and Cade Munker thought switch it up. These Gumbo Gators are trying to jump on the first pitch. So he goes breaking ball for strike 1. I don't know where that missed, frankly. 1-1. Welsh tonight. 2 RBI single, I believe. And he tops that one foul. 1-2. To see Noel stay down there. Induce a tailor-made 6-4-3. Something to that effect. Just get 1 out. Let's not get greedy, turnstile. Let's not get greedy. clinging to a lead. That'll work. So hard slider down low, gets Welch to chase it for the first out. 1 down on the K. It's going to be Austin O'Malley. The 7th inning was such a disaster in my scorebook. I thought O'Malley hit, but he might have reached on it. I don't know. Check on Vaughn. Good to keep him close. Nice breaking ball from Austin Noel for strike 1 there. Working the soundboard. Mike G's nailing it. Soundboard. Dirt ball. 1-1. One down. Runner's holding it first right now. And gets Austin O'Malley to reach out in front and bounce that foul. 1-2 now. Noel's full of people with the breaking ball. People are reaching for that, getting on top of it. You get a right-hander to roll that over. Infield, double play depth. Vaughn hasn't looked like he wants to go. It's probably a byproduct of how late in the game it is and how few outs you have. Unless you're sure. And he goes. Oh, my goodness. Good pitch to throw on. They got. Oh! He kicked the ball out of Samonyego's tag. I thought they had him. He put the tag down and the ball popped out. Pretty good pitch to throw on. So Munkery with a good pop time. Got a fastball to throw on. Guns it on the money. And that's why you'd be scared to run. You're down by 4 right there, but it worked out for him. So stolen base instead of 2 outs. But playing with fire, the Gumbo Gators gambled and won. And there's a ground ball, which would have been the double play. And Juan Rivera makes it, so stolen base saves him that as well. So 6-3, 2 down. Vaughn advances to third. Home plate umpire getting bullets replenished. Some more ammo. CMC Steel, great supporter of baseball in Seguin forever. Ever and ever. They used to have a CMC Steel team. Legends out here in Seguin. But do their best. I don't know if the owner's just a baseball nut. Baseball fan, thank you. Supporting them Stirs. Noel, and that's hit hard, but it's Scott going back on his Janner. Seems to be tracking it, and he makes the play. So we get out of it with a clean top of the 8th. F8. So we go to the bottom of the 8th. Stirs looking for insurance, folks. If you're an insurance salesman, get at me. I love this song. I always got to keep the mic open.
Hey, kids, don't forget to line up at the third base dugout after the game for the Kids Run the Bases. Presented by our franchise partner, Vogue Shoes.
Scoot over just a little bit.
I love Holiday Road. It's such a good song. All right. Bottom 8 stirs. Looking to add. I want that for you to add addition. The first classes you take in math. What's that? Patrick Cleland. Holiday Road is such a jam. That song never gets old. They had some really good, nice drag bunt attempt by McClellan. The play by Morse. Oh, and they got to reach across it and knock him out. McClellan is down. Oh, my goodness. So Marsh had to reach across. Very scary right now. Prescott Marsh on the drag bunt reached in front, and that's not on anybody. He's just trying to make a play on the throw, but it reaches in front of the bunter, and full speed, McClellan goes in to the arm. And if you take that bone on the forearm to the right side of the head, it can knock you out or definitely throw you for a loop.
Can you hear me?
So McClellan's sitting up right now. That's a good sign.
Why did you delete it? Why did you delete that?
I think McClellan might have got knocked out cold. I'm glad he's sitting up. But it was either the ball or the radius bone on the forearm, which is just has a portion of the bone that's totally exposed. And that caught him and just threw him for a loop. He's standing up now. Patrick McClellan standing up, walking around. Very scary. Nobody wants to see any of these guys get injured. So certainly pinch running, I would imagine, if you're just out cold.
Fans, let's give it up for Patrick McClellan.
Okay, so he's standing on first. All right, well, McClellan's new nickname is Nails. My goodness. So that's a hit in my book. You get knocked out cold. Drag bunt for a hit. Good idea. Leadoff runner aboard. But too scary for my liking. Plunk people from the shoulders and below. It's about as far as I go. Hold up. 7-year-old's quizzing me right now. What? No, he's not. All right. So McClellan appears to be okay. Standing game. This is Maddox McDonald. And Alex Blake has told me there is no Roman general by the name of Maddox. So Morris 1-0. Checks it. They're saying no, he didn't. Outside. Ooh, whoa. I stand corrected. That's a strike. 2-1. I thought that was a little wide. Whew, that pitch got in and fooled McDonald. 2-2 now. 2-2 now. Inside. Count goes full. I don't know how McClellan's just getting knocked out cold, or if he was out cold. I think he was out cold. Maybe he's just laying there trying to like get his bearings. How you're still in the game. Full count. McDonald and Morris is high with it. So first and second, 2 leadoff guys on. Caden Munkerud. Saved a couple runs, blocking behind the plate.
Number 23 for Murray State, Hayden Munkaroo.
So Munkerud going from Bossier Parish to Murray State. They're getting a good catcher. Let's see if he can drive in and another run for us. Morse goes outside corner for strike 1. Oh,
I like getting the shots. What are the shots for? Got it. Put the camera.
squares to bunt. Pretty good idea. I like it. It's a tighter ball game than it may appear. First and second, nobody out. You're going to have Munkerud drop down a bunt. That's the right play. That's the right play. I think you should be bunting here again, too. Move the runners, take away the force, get another run. And he's squaring again and fouls it off 1-2. Bunting, the art of bunting. Obviously, the Japanese take it very seriously. They're all about it. NPB. College baseball, big business. JUCO baseball, even bigger business. 1-2. And they go slider off the plate. Does Morris and K's Munkerud. 1 down. I saw a crazy stat. NCAA said bunts down the third base line. The batting average on bunts down the third base line in all of NCAA baseball across all teams was like a 600 batting average. It is very difficult to defend if you can run even a little bit. I know that sounds crazy. I'll find it for you. Orlando slamming San Diego. Spot. Single one of these gaps here. Gets us another one. Only 1 down. Healthy looking hack. Pulls it foul. 1-1. Bunt game. Got to be out. Got to be about it. Got to be a part of your repertoire. Until you're hitting 20 bombs in the show. 20 plus show. You'll be able to lay one down when you need it. It sounds crazy, but there's just going to be situations. And I understand major league pitchers all throw 100 miles an hour now. There'll be situations where 1-run ball games, you just got to have it. Difference maker. Same thing as a walk-off homer. It's a difference maker. Lined up the middle. He throws his glove to Morse. They're going to hold him there. So base is juiced on the San Diego single up the middle. Morse spun around. I don't know if he meant to throw his glove or he just flung it behind him. Hoping to knock it down. That was pretty funny. You know, Bugs Bunny, you know, he goes up to Empire State, hoists himself up the flagpole and just throws his glove up in the sky, catches it. Morris was trying something like that. So base is loaded. Gabriel Rodriguez, chance to add a few more for the Stirs. Like I said, no lead is safe in the TCL for any of these teams. Oh, my goodness. Fontenot does well to stab that one. 1-0. Outside corner's getting a little wide right there. I'm not sure why. This is still a close ball game. So Rodriguez Gets called strike one. I mean, Fontenot was reaching for it too. Had to yank it back. Couple wide strike calls. Flared. Honestly, I'd be tagging right here. Not going to catch it. So 1-2. So Morse leaning in. Gabriel Rodriguez stirs with one down, trying to tack on with a 4-run lead. Way outside. 2-2. Gonna find it. 2-2. Morse to Rodriguez. Good piece of hitting there by Rodriguez. Spoils it, fouls it off. Strange game, really. Two massive innings for either team. The difference being the fact that Sturs had one more in the bottom of the third and then tacked on 3 in the 6th. But fielding an issue, walks an issue, but included timely hitting by both ball clubs. He's going to punch him on that. No argument from Rodriguez. So backwards K2 down. Oh my goodness. We got to get one here. Juan Rivera. Rivera transferred from Dodge City Community College over to Charlotte. Charlotte jumped into the American Athletic Conference with UTSA. Pretty weak name to say. Not as fun as saying the WAC. I mean, America, don't get me wrong, but the AC, come on. Oh, Juan Rivera belts one over to right on his horse. And he can't get to it. So Welsh just turns his back. And Rivera. Oh, my goodness. How good did that feel? Goodness gracious. Juan Rivera does not get cheated. Sitting fastball. My goodness gracious. So we needed that. Get some back. Puff up the lead back to 7. And 3 RBIs for Juan Rivera. Clears the bases, and they're going to make a pitch and change. I thought that might have been a salami. Double, 3-run double for Juan Rivera. My goodness, that sounded glorious. Sounded glorious. All right. Get the number on this pitcher. That does it for Morse. Not bad in relief where he was basically coming in with a massive deficit, and then it got close, and he was still throwing strikes in there. So 14-7, lead back up to 7. And this is numero uno, which should be Austin O'Malley. So O'Malley, well, these guys are two-way. So O'Malley's going to get warm. We'll take a break. Big 2-out hit, Juan Rivera. Back to the top with Dakota. Nails. McClellan is nails. Austin O'Malley going sidearm.
Now batting right fielder number 24 from the University.
I don't know if they teach the submarine anymore, the full Quisenberry. This is about as sidearm as you're getting, but it's pretty much pretty much at the 90 degree from top of the clock, right on the side, right-hander Austin O'Malley. So 2-1. Juan Rivera on second. Welsh got turned around. It was crushed. I don't know if you're in the outfield each size. I was like, how many bombs has this dude hit? And I'd shade in a couple steps. I don't know if it was Rivera being 5'7", and that shot the other way, getting over the head. Oh my gosh, Bryce Jones having a day in left field. Dakota Howard did not get cheated, and Bryce Jones, my goodness gracious, over the shoulder grab, but Juan Rivera drives in 3. And we go to top of 9, 14-7. What would it be?
Gotta fly. Get me a ticket. I wanna feel the heat. Fly over the ocean. I take you along. Move like a rock man. I live in motion. Land in the city. 'Cause I love the way she moves. Gotta hold on tight all through the night. Get on to the aeroplane. That's right. Not gonna let you go it alone. Bring me along some fun. Ha. I drive a light and I don't bite. Fly over the Atlantic. Take off from a new city. Somewhere got history. Somewhere real pretty. We're cruising in London, yeah. And I love the way she moves. Gotta hold on tight all through the night. Get on to that aeroplane.
Make it onto that aeroplane.
All
Get
right.
onto that aeroplane.
Here we go now.
Make it onto that aeroplane.
Break it down for me.
Get onto that aeroplane.
All right. I think we got it. Austin Noel. It's going to be Prescott Marsh, the first baseman, who's hopefully he's okay too on his arm, which came across and knocked McClellan. That ball's well. 1-1. 7-run lead now. Let's sew this thing up the right way. Foul 1-2. So Noel getting ahead.
That was too loud.
Good fastball. Didn't miss by much. Considering the outside strike he was given last inning, I think that's a strike last inning. Last half of the inning anyway. 2-2. I digress. 7-run lead. Trying to get it done. That's down. I thought it was full, but no. So base on balls to Prescott Marsh. And leadoff runner aboard, which nobody likes. But let's keep the faith, people. Keep the faith. Seth Fontenot got a hit and a run tonight in the steamrolling seventh that the Gumbo Gators put together. 1-4, and he's got a sack RBI. Also did that in the seventh. Crazy inning. Off the nub of the bat. Right off the knob, foul ball. One way to get a strike. You don't want to try the nub of the bat. You can throw it over their head and hit the bat as they're holding it up. Nice command to Noel. Really jumped in. It goes with a breaking ball again. No argument, Fontenot. No argument. That's a nasty pitch by Otter. One down. Kason Ballard, center fielder. Triple RBI, scored a run. Noel getting people to wave at that hard sweeping breaker. That thing is moving. Don't check for spider tack. And I'm not saying he's used it. I'm just saying that's a nasty breaker. Whew. And he comes back with a fastball. Austin Noel. Oh, geez. So we pick over, and Marsh is going to go on a second as it gets away. Number of errors tonight. Oh, 2 now. Austin Noel ahead. Marsh at second. Big chopper over the third. Rodriguez gun it, and it's too high. So, below first. We've had some errors on balls just taking hops, but a lot of our throws, we've had a number of throws pull people off, and that's a long throw. That's a long throw. Got first and second, one down. Ballard on first, Marsh on second, back to the top of the order. Landon Hunt. Force it any bag. So Austin Noel off with there. The fastball gets by Hunt. I mean, a lot of this stuff is just, I mean, they're ground balls, big chopping ground balls. Oof. Ball's inside. Hunt jumps out of the way. 1-1. I don't know what he's saying to the umpire. Noel gets what he likes from Munkerud. Comes set. Oh, just cheddar. Sharp cheddar. Forget the Velveeta. Noel reaches back and gets the sharp shed. 1-2. See if he goes with heat or that hard breaker. And he goes heat right down the breaker. So throws. I don't know if he was looking for the breaker or thought I was off the plate, but that was a heck of a pitch. 2 backwards Ks. Froze. No real argument from the batters. I don't know if Hunt was relegated, but you have to guard against Noel's breaking stuff too. So he gets him to Sky, going over. Samaniegos calling for it, and that'll do it. The Stirs make it interesting. There's the song. Start spreading the news. I love this song. Stirs win, Stirs win, Stirs win. Not without giving you a little bit of uneasiness. But the big inning, added rally, some more insurance, pitching staff, Stirs get it done. Start the second half with a W. Let me look through my book, do the post-mortem on this thing. Third inning, I guess if nothing else happened, we'd have still won 8-7, but that was some injuries to Acosta, and then we hit well right there. Add up hits, 1 hits, base on balls. You got McClellan with 2 hits, Maddox McDonald, 2 hits, 2 RBIs. Samaniego, 2 hits, RBI. Gabriel Rodriguez got a hit in there. Three runs, 2 hits. Stolen base. Maddox McDonald. My book is perfect. I don't think we had any. All right. Let's see there. Yep. All right. All right. We'll start taking that camera. Let me do some players of the game.